gonna hold someone and be like, oh, I'm sick. Then Brent's gonna be like, you might as well just go home. Play by play. Happy Friday! It is the 23rd of August. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And I'm one of your hosts today, my own royalty. Oh, that's that all you have to put them today? Fair. You'd be like that sometimes. It's at the middle. So you good? Is it?
Nah. A bit more. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, that's even actually. Are you doing sign language?
Did you know?
She said it's done. She did.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, man.
Oh, nice one.
That's what she's got for them today.
Call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst, melanin, jam-packed.
Amen to that. Low key, you're waiting for that. I don't know why you paused.
He's wrestling.
Yeah. It's an extended version. I ain't never heard of this long.
Queen of BOE back in Babylon. Anyway.
Where's Babylon? Here's Babylon.
Yes.
Hey, why are we in it?
London.
Oh, I thought you meant TDA. I was like, excuse me? Is it because Brent just cussed you a little bit this morning?
I don't get why you're...
Oh, yeah. So today you asked me, earlier, just before I recorded, you asked me what's wrong with Brent this week.
Yes.
Earlier this week, it's my fault. You say women don't take accountability? Well, watch accountability get taken. Earlier this week, Brent asked me what his vibe should be. He said, should I be quiet? Excuse me? Was that Brent? He's got a new thing now where he tries to mute women. He did that yesterday with our lovely guest.
When I tried to who?
Mute women.
Mute them?
Yep.
How?
When our lovely guest yesterday was preachings, and you decided that you didn't think you wanted the masses to hear it.
Oh, you're talking about when it is that she said that she was open to dating white men?
No, not that part. You let
That's
that.
the part I was
you let that
muting.
fly.
No, that's the part I was muting.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I said nobody wants to hear that bit.
Okay, fair.
Everybody in the chat loved her, and she was now about to say, yeah, she's going to start dating white men because she's fed up with black men.
Oh, that's what it was. I was so confused why there was so much loud. What's going on?
She said she was fed up with black men.
Sorry, Emmanuel, was that when it is I was muting her, quote unquote?
Was that when?
Yeah. But she didn't...
She didn't say she was fed up with black men.
Oh, I wasn't listening because of the music.
Because you're muting. So you didn't know you're muting. You just heard white and you said mute.
So what did she actually say?
She just said that she said she's not opposed to other races because she just said this dating pool is just so it's a everybody problem.
Oh, so it sounds like I was correct.
Sounds like Brent did. I should have told Brent what characters play this week because I told him, I said, you know what, let your spirit lead.
All right. So what you should have told me?
Should have known that his wicked spirit was going to lead.
I could do that for today. I could do that for today.
No, I don't want you to be quiet though.
No, but you get to pick. So if you don't want me to do something, then you tell me what.
No, I think you should just finish how you started this week.
All right, then.
On cheekiness.
All right.
It's gonna be needed considering the topic of the day.
Turned all the way up.
And your friend might get cooked. What?
What?
Sorry, I'm not gonna lie.
Now you sound like an anime character. Yeah. Ridiculous. That definitely was not even the word.
He's forgot what you said.
He definitely has. He said he just want to make a random Japanese calendar pound. What cheek. How's everyone anyway?
Yeah, can't complain, you know.
I went to the flower market this morning. I've been up since 2:45.
Why?
Because mom's getting married.
Oh
yeah. So we went to, thank you. All right, thanks. So we went to the flower market for like the flowers that they're gonna decorate with and all that kind of stuff. It was so nice. Tomorrow.
That's
wow.
I really
Yeah,
love
cute.
like
Just
older
impromptu
weddings.
weddings.
Like you know when like do you know what I mean? I just think
it's really sweet. Well, to be fair, technically she's already married, but she's having the wedding ceremony. It's the whole thing. But anyways, yeah. So so I went there with her this morning. I haven't been up.
is that the one in Southwest?
You know, I don't know my West. If it's not
What
Bromley, I don't
area
know.
did you go in?
I think it was Vaux. I think
Yeah,
Vauxhall.
it is that one.
Yes,
Okay, that's
why
the
does it
famous
say
flower.
Covent Garden outside?
Oh yeah, it's Covent Garden Market, but it's I don't know why they call it that, but yeah, that's the famous flower.
It was really
Yeah.
nice though. I thought it was gonna activate my hay fever. It didn't. No, it didn't actually. But I wasn't going around sniffing flowers. And then I saw there was one where I was gonna pick up, and I saw a spider on it, but it was very fascinating. So I recorded it. I'm gonna put it on my TikTok
spider?
later. Yes, but it was a spider wrapped around the flower. But I've never actually watched a spider in action, and it was actually really cool.
The big spider was just
It wasn't a big one. I was standing there recording, saying, "Can you jump on my camera?" No. But it was actually really nice. I love flowers, very beautiful. So yeah, that was nice. What else was there? That was it.
How
Had a
was
busy
your
morning.
holiday?
How was your holiday?
It was well overdue.
Where did you go again? Gran Canaria.
No, Greece.
Why do I
Rhodes.
keep thinking Gran Canaria?
Our roads is nice.
Yeah, it was just so peaceful.
Peaceful and quiet.
Oh,
I went there
I
last
love
year.
that.
It was, and I was at adult only because I
Yes.
said
I don't
F
like your little
them
kids running around my feet.
I literally said F them kids. I don't
Yeah,
want to.
because you got a child as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was double down on F them kids because
Yeah.
I didn't want to hear nothing. I didn't hear a pim. I didn't want to hear a giggle. I didn't want to hear
No, a giggle.
a thing. I
You
didn't
know
want
what,
to hear
happy kids.
no. It was so needed. It was so long
That's
overdue.
nice. How long did you go for?
Just over a week, but it was just.
That's good.
I'm sad.
That's really good, you know. I think is that your first solo trip?
Yeah.
For your first one, you went how many days? That's sick.
Yeah, I was apprehensive because I was telling Brent because when that wasn't my initial hotel that I booked, the hotel that I booked originally got cancelled. Didn't give me no reason, nothing. So I had to like,
Did you give a refund though?
yeah. But
Okay.
so then this hotel was part of a short list. So I said, okay, let me go with it, whatever. But then doing the lead up to the holiday, I know I'm just very silly of me, but I was reading reviews.
No. Why is that silly? I
No,
read
but
reviews for
because
a book.
Because no, I
And
obviously
you
yeah,
gotta go
but-
TripAdvisor, that's the real ones.
No, yeah, that's what I did that, but I've already booked it now, so we're already past the halfway point. So what's the point of really?
No, but I do that as well though, so I know what to expect.
That's what I was doing. Obviously, I
Yeah.
thought solo.
Exactly. So you know you have your wits about you.
So it had to be Meet Queen of VOE.
Oh, gosh.
The title of the headliner of
screaming, is it
the
too many?
latest review. If you're black, don't go back.
What is it?
I said
Not a rhyme.
Bars.
I was gonna for some bars. I was
like,
gonna say too many
you know
blacks.
what? I was thinking, am I reading what I'm reading? I said, no, it can't be what. No.
Yeah, but if you're black, what though?
If you're black,
If
don't
you're
go
If you're
back.
black male, black female.
Oh, Esther, you're cute.
No, that's how I had to
You're
know.
actually cute.
No, that's how I had to drill down
Because when
onto
I book
the.
something, yeah, I have to. Like, we need to be specific.
No.
I've already booked it.
No, so then I see the name of, it's a woman. It's a black woman.
Okay.
So then I was like, I need to drill down further. I need to read this review. She just said saying they was treating her and she went with a friend. They said they were treating her and her friend very like they got like racist undertones and this and that. Like the managers of the restaurant, like when the staff was trying to talk to them and be happy, whatever. The next day it seemed like the manager told them not to talk to them, and now they were just acting very standoffs with them and stuff like that. She was just like, don't go here. I said,
How was your experience though?
to be honest, they was fine. The thing is, everyone was like, oh no, it's solo, like blah blah. You can even make friends there. And that was not
I
the
hate people
purpose.
tell me that. Well, I hate when I say I'm going to solo trip and talking about I'll make friends there.
Thank you.
And I can take my real friends.
I don't want to make
I can
friends.
take my actual friends. What
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
mean?
exactly. I came on a solo trip for a reason. I don't need to
Yeah,
make friends
man.
there. That's not the purpose. So I was like,
Unless it's a man.
as long as people leave me alone, I'm fine. Do your job, I'm fine. But to be honest, it was completely fine. It was completely fine.
I think sometimes people, but then also as well though, like, obviously I'm not discrediting their review, but sometimes you're doing too much. Because I'm sorry, but if you're here as a waiter or a chef, why are you actually coming here to be gisting with me over the food when you have things to be doing? You're at work. Do you get what I mean? So maybe they were being way too friendly, which is why they probably were told off by their manager. Because maybe it was a busy time and you out here kikiing and, you know, not being professional and whatever else. Never know.
You never know, but to be honest, it was completely fine. The staff were fine. I got look, but I just kind of feel like
I'd be looking.
it's just like whatever.
Was it like all inclusive?
It was all inclusive, but I didn't do all inclusive though.
Okay.
It was half board.
Oh yeah, I like a half board.
but yeah.
Because lunch is always dead.
Yeah.
I feel like the breakfast and the dinner is really where it's at, and then drinks in during the day. Or if they've got like no snack bars, those are nice. But in terms of like the actual main food they make for lunch, it was some rice I know you didn't watch the starch out of.
Yeah, food was nice.
That's good though.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I want to go to Greece.
Yeah.
What was the cost of things saying?
True.
It was literally like I was spending pounds.
Yeah,
It was no different. It was no different.
I think that's a good
Yeah.
thing.
No.
Yeah,
It's
they're
not-
like
'cause
they
that
have
back
like
in the
a-
day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the pound is ridiculous. Like obviously back in the, you got real value for the pound. Back in now, it's ridiculous.
Well, I was asking especially because Greece, I know the economy's kind of finished, isn't it? So I was thinking everything's a lot more inflated and stuff. But
It may have been as well. May have been that as well. Yeah.
Okay.
They had their sister hotel. So like obviously when I was doing the whole steps and stuff, I was obviously trying to go around. And then I went to the sister hotel. That's where there's actually families. I said, let me get the F out of here. It was chaotic. I said,
Yeah, man. Do you know what it is? Especially summer holidays, like, free me, bruv.
I said,
It's
was
actually a lot.
It was, nah. I said, let me go back
And you
to
know
my
what?
side.
Is kids outside of their normal environment. I mean, kids in their environment are crazy, but outside of the normal environment, they're like crackheads. They're just on one, just screaming and doing the most. It's a lot. Yeah, I'm glad you had fun though. It's a great way to spend your birthday.
I did.
That's nice. Love that for you, girl.
Thank you.
Brent, how are you? Do you want to say good morning to people?
Good morning, chat. Let me just say
Covers
hello
all.
to who's here.
To be fair.
Cover soul.
Good morning, IX Ether. Good morning, Timmy. Good morning, Chijoki. Good morning, Eddie. Good morning, 24 Liu. Good morning, Ruby Wednesday. Good morning, Antonia Hansen. I will see you at Carnival.
Brent is going. Brent is going to dag everybody.
I don't believe him.
Everybody.
Men, women, anybody. You can get it.
Everybody.
Hide your wives, hide your husbands,
I don't
hide
care
your
about
boyfriend.
how you identify. I go dagger you.
He's sick. I'm dagging you. That's a threat.
That's how I know he's not going.
Of course he's not going. If Brent said he was going to go into, if Brent actually went to Carnival, if I got even a glimpse of Brent in Carnival, I'm calling Stephen and be like, you need to call the family round. Something's happened.
I'll show you. Don't worry.
I don't want to see.
No, we don't. No, we're
I'm
fine.
gonna take footage.
Don't you dare.
Don't worry. Not me daggering because that's no consent in it. I don't do
What,
that.
taking footage?
Yeah. As in me doing the deed. Turn around and see
Don't
Benji.
call it the deed.
What?
Don't call it the deed.
All right, cool.
The deed means one thing.
All right.
And they're going to accuse you of making Carnival all about daggering now. Actually, but then you're from the same
I'm
place.
from Trinidad. That's the
Yeah, that's your people
man.
then.
That's my birthright. Anyway, good morning,
That's your
Javina.
birthright. Are you okay?
Good morning, Amy Snow Globe. Good morning, Emmanuel Briggs. I think it's the first time I'm seeing you here. Welcome. Good morning, J.O. Good morning, Igloo Backup. Good morning, Greatness Only. Good morning, Ghana Greatness. Good morning, Izzy Bambino. Good morning,
Kind of
Dr.
greatness is
Amani.
nice.
Good morning, Abimi. Good morning, Crud Crow. Good morning. Who else is here? Miss Mariah. Good morning, Good morning, ONB. Good morning, Everest is here. Good morning, W in the chat. Good morning.
Good morning, all.
I think that's it.
Sorry.
Good morning, Yvette. Good morning, Yvette. Good morning, Chijoke. Good morning, Vaughn. Good morning, Star Crew. And
Oh, you don't do the sound for Star Crew anymore. I bet you
No,
stop smoking.
I had to change it because he said he didn't like it anymore. Right? He said he doesn't smoke.
He's a professional black man.
Exactly.
What does that mean? He's an expert smoker. Put the weed down, kids. Put it down.
Waking and baking.
Okay.
Gina's
Wait,
favorite.
wait,
Don't trigger me. Don't trigger me. Don't trigger me. Don't trigger me.
Just say wake and bake. I've never seen a look more disgusting in my life.
Gina looks
Say wake and bake.
Good morning, Emily, my lovely lady. All right.
Big up Emily.
Yes.
Oh, let me big up somebody I met yesterday
Nice.
randomly. Marianne. It's not the Marianne that came on the show. She listens to TDA. She wants to big up
Sunshine?
everybody. No,
Oh,
no.
you just said it's not the one. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I was just minding my business. And then I had E-Man. I watched the show. Da, da, da. I was like, okay, cool, yeah. What's your name? Marianne. So I said, I'm going to big her up today.
She a fan of yours?
Huh?
She a supporter of yours?
Of TDA.
Of yours?
TDA.
Instead of yours.
So yeah, man. Big up Marianne, man.
Not Marianne.
When she can, she listens live, but obviously, that's not always the case in it, but she always listens to DDA, man. So big her up.
That's it. I actually met someone a while ago. I can't remember his name now. That's not very good, is it? I met him on my birthday. Oh, that's how I married. I did. Remind. You just reminded me. I did. I did. But that's really sweet. Big up Ariane. Love meeting people that watch TDA. It's funny when someone just says your name and I'm like.
Yeah.
Because you don't know, innit?
Yes, you just
And then when you turn around, you're like, oh, hi!
Yeah.
But you don't be knowing.
Yeah.
If someone wanted to fight you because you got their man or something.
I don't have to ever worry about that, to be honest.
Well, if you
can
go to
understand-
carnival daggering everybody, you
I
will
can
have
understand-
to.
I can understand why. You're not going to blend in. You're not going to be
to
around
dagger?
daggerers.
Oh, Brent, just
She brought it back up.
stop the foolishness. You're not going.
Why is this an issue for you?
It's not. It's just because I'm tired and you're stressing me out.
Right, it's okay. I'll show you the way. I'll send you pictures.
You're not
and-
going.
Right. Okay.
You know what? It's true. Why am I taking paracetamol for your headache? Oh yeah, if you like, go.
The best way to alleviate headache is the dagger.
You know what, Brent?
You say what?
What?
Best way to
The-
alleviate.
A headache.
I'm never going to say, just 'cause God forbid you ever clip
No, but it's
yourself.
true though.
Say it again.
The best way to alleviate a headache is to basically dagger.
Okay, good for you.
What?
Yeah, but
So you think someone's got a migraine
yeah.
and sex is what's on their mind?
I said
I
dagger.
was so irritated.
See where you've gone.
You whispered sex
Oh,
off camera. Yeah, you know me. I'm
wow.
snitching on your ass.
No,
snitching
no,
on
no,
your
'cause I
ass
was
like
looking like,
crazy.
wow, so you're gonna look me in the eye and lie.
The spirit is leading him down the.
Actually, ladies be the last time your spirit leads. Actually, to be fair, your spirit led you when we got TMB. So you know what I mean? It's a gamble. It's a gamble. We don't know. Whatever. Just have fun, sir. All right. Anyways, we've got an interesting show today. A lot to be talked about. So let's get into it, please.
All right, firstly, before we start this first headline, I was minding my business,
As you
listening to, there you go, listening to LBC. And what's that guy's name? James O'Brien was talking about a woman who I believe called up in it to talk about how her son was rolling around in Europe with just his friend in it. Her son's 15 years old. And yeah. So I wanted to get you guys.
Wait, one more time.
Yeah. Run
So
that back.
her son is just out there in Europe, just enjoying life in it, just being an adventurer. You know,
At 15?
15, yeah,
Has he got anyone with him or just him?
just his friend who's
also 15?
15 or 16.
Wonderful.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So I was listening to this thinking, okay, cool, like, you know, about to hear some madness. And James O'Brien's basically criticizing those who are criticizing the woman, saying just because you can't, you don't have confidence in your child who's 15, to that and the third. I was thinking, is this normal that your 15-year-old could just be roaming around
it's
Europe?
not.
and-
It's not.
Sounds about white.
I was about to say that.
That's what I.
And when something should happen, and you're crying on TV, then what?
There you go.
Okay. It's not. No, that's not normal. It's not normal for your child to be touring Europe at the age of 15 or 16, and they're not at like a summer camp or like. So,
Yeah,
and no
with
guard,
their
no
fellow
guardian.
16-year-old.
parental supervision.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Not even an older sibling,
Yeah,
cousin.
no.
Like,
No.
no.
It's all right. Anyway, next by what month are we in now? August, isn't it? By next spring, she'll be planning a few baby showers. So, yeah.
It's not even when they
Same
walk when they walk down
responsibility.
a path and they're never to be seen again.
God forbid. Exactly.
Okay.
They should start doing GoFundMe.
Can you
Goodbye.
imagine?
Well, the first headline, Labour has rejected calls to give under 30s.
Sorry.
What?
So, 15 in Europe with their brethren, right? You've heard of those excursions that some of these secondary school have, right? Where they go with a group of children to Europe, right? And obviously, this is not what you're talking about, is it?
No.
No.
They've just decided to book tickets and then just go gallivanting.
Yeah.
Would it be different if it was just going to the countryside? How about to the seaside?
Still the same thing.
Because
No, but you do
Depends
that
how
though.
far.
No, but
Like
is
when
it,
I was
Yeah,
15,
that's
16, I went. There's bare places I went. My parents didn't know that I went to.
but excursion though, because it sounds like a thing the child is in for the summer. So if you're one day going to Scotland, then Wales, then this, then that, like all the seasides, but no parental supervision. That's scary. Yeah, I feel like it's different if you're having to return home at nighttime. That's different because you're out for the day.
Touring Europe is totally different.
Touring Europe is different because you're out with your friends if you're returning home at nighttime in the day.
Yeah.
But if you're touring, as in you just checking your parents here and there, I think that's irresponsible parenting.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much you trust your child. You can trust a child, but you can't trust the world. And that's the bigger thing at play there.
What age is appropriate, Emmanuel, for you?
I'm thinking uni, you know.
What? So what? 18?
No, I was thinking like 21.
21.
Such a Nigerian.
Do you know what though? Yeah. Sorry, question. Yeah.
Yeah, and a
So-
boy too. Has to be a boy.
Okay. Is
What
that
age is the girl? 25.
is that touring or just going on a holiday abroad with your friends? Like, will you allow your child and a girl, to go on holiday with her friends at like 18, 19?
No,
Really?
no.
Oh, because my ass was an INF boy.
I wasn't an apple when I was 18.
Were you,
So was
were you
I.
behaving yourself there?
Yes.
I mean, I was in uni, so to be fair, it was no different to being in
I was
uni.
having a good girl.
No,
I was
unequivocal no.
Drinking like a fish.
I can't lie.
I had a
I
great
was
time.
drinking
That was
like
not running in my household.
No chance.
Yeah, I went to
Well, you not
Napa.
being able to go.
It ain't
But-
possible.
I know, but you know what? Like, we know my family. Anyway, so my household is different.
Yeah, but I'm Nigerian.
But I went to Napa like first year uni. We all went. Like, but it was like the best holiday. That's where we built like most
that's
of our
even good.
friendships.
I think I was in sixth form.
Yeah, we all went.
Yeah.
I hear it, but it's I don't
Going
know.
where?
All right.
Omo, you better follow me to Nigeria.
All right.
That was never happening.
So I assume, Emmanuel, you wouldn't let your daughter go to the seaside with her friends
You let her go
when
Tesco.
she's 15, right?
I mean, if I moved to the seaside,
No, not you. Just with your
the
just jump on
seaside's
the
quite
train
far, innit?
and go
Nah,
to the seaside.
15.
Like Thorpe Park or one of them amusement parks.
Nah, I'll feel some type of way.
15
15.
amusement park.
Yeah, I'll feel some type of way.
Okay, how about you, Gina?
What would I allow my child?
Yeah.
You know what I would? Because they're probably gonna go anyway. I'm thinking about me. Me
say
growing
amusement
up.
park?
Problem.
Did you say amusement park?
I would rather.
Amusement park.
So I would rather be in the know because what I wouldn't want is for them to go. Something happens and then I get that. You know what I mean? The phone call and it's like you don't even know where your child is.
I did that though when I was in secondary school.
What,
just
go
went
to
off
amusement
somewhere.
park?
Yeah, me and my friends. Who did we go with though? I don't think we went with a parent.
I've done
It's like 4 of us.
a lot of theme parks like when I was
Yeah.
teens without parents. But again, I would rather know where my child is
Yeah.
Yeah.
than them because if
Them
I
sneaking to
believe
doing
that
it.
if I'm very much like no, you can't do this, they're gonna do it anyway.
Word.
Do you know what I
But it's
mean?
different if it's like a group of friends though. So just you and one other person.
No, group
Yeah.
of friends I've got no issues with.
Yeah, I think that's different.
Numbers
I
is the
feel-
thing, innit?
Yeah, I feel more comfortable.
Especially
with
girls, I get it.
So for you, you would allow your daughter to go, but she has to have 2 or 3 friends with her.
Did me?
Yes.
I was thinking more like 5 or 6, you know.
All right, 5 or 6.
But even 15, I'll feel some sort of way. Like it would have to be like, what's the closest amusement park to London? Is it like Fort Park or something?
Chessington.
Chesington. Okay, has to be like something like that.
Dry though.
How about
No,
you?
Alton Towers.
Alton Towers is better.
How
it's too
about
far.
That is far.
That is far.
Like 4
how
hours,
about
Yeah.
what age you would allow your daughter to walk home from school by herself?
This day and age is different, man. I mean, once you're in secondary school, year 7 them times there, you should be able to do that.
I
Innit?
think that's too
Even
soon.
year
Year
six.
7.
All right.
Really?
I think year 7 too soon because you know the jump from secondary school to being year 7 is quite big. They're just so cute and little, trying to find their way. Like they still think they're
Wait,
in
so
they're
in
in
year
primary
se-
school.
So you're gonna be taking
So
to
in
school
year
every day?
7, did you get taken to school?
Yes, but but
Why are you laughing?
No, I'm just.
I'm
laughing
so
at-
surprised.
no, because even okay. So obviously I did my year 7 in Nigeria, my year 8 in Nigeria. Then I came here in year 9. I started going to school by myself. I think in like year 10.
Okay.
And then my little sisters, they were dropped to school until they were like in secondary school. But because I was already in secondary school, then obviously we can go together.
Okay, cool.
But even my youngest sister now, she only started taking herself to school last year, and she's doing her GCSEs from September. So she only started going to school by herself nearly the end of year 8.
Is it far? from
Yeah, my
home
sister
to
was the
school?
same.
No, it's just
Year
it's a
9.
straight train.
Okay.
Do you know what I realized?
But my thing was the protective thing. Because even when we lived because there's kids that even in primary school take themselves to school, you know.
No, but I was gonna say I went home in year
No,
six.
because even my old
Primary
house,
school was
her
different.
primary school was like 2 minutes drive. That she can literally she can walk there. But I don't know.
But
she get dropped.
my primary school, the walk from my primary school to my house, I'd say it's about 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'd walk it by myself.
Yeah, that's my
In
listen as well. But
primary
no, she always got a
In
lift.
secondary school, we got a bus. But we all got a bus.
But
But it was lit. Like there was no way anybody was dropping me to school because I was not missing that. I was not
The
missing
chicks
getting
at the
on
bus.
this-
What? Vibes, you
that
know.
bus ride. And then when we got to then me and my friends in the summer we used to walk to school. Walking to school was long though. Jesus Christ! It took us like almost. It would take like an hour. But you know when you're just
in yeah.
So we take bus to school, but on the way home it would take us over an hour to walk home because we're just.
Oh no,
Yappers.
But it was
I
so
I
fun.
went by bus, but I needed to be back. But my parents were not playing
Really?
Yeah,
games.
to back by the same time.
Even 5 minutes, there would be a question. Why are you back 5 minutes late? It could be traffic. It could be anything. Mate,
I just
they
don't
was
listen now
happening.
though. I just like to
Yeah, I
now. 'Cause I'm
wasn't-
sorry, why are you late home?
Nah.
Like
My
it's a
parents-
very straight
my
and
parents were
direct
very strict
route
with-
to get home. So you have to do that though. Because I'm sorry, you can't be loitering, gallivanting up and down.
You know what I realized as well, yeah, when you were talking, I feel like my parents got more protective, like with Georgia than me. So Georgia got dropped to school. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
And
morning,
in-
Bev.
In
It's the same school.
secondary school, I was getting dropped to school.
You're 12.
Yeah,
No, Beverly was. And you know what's jokes, yeah?
you have to catch up on the
Let's
tea.
not talk about Beverly. Let's not, because Beverly's a princess, man.
Big
now-
up Beverly and
now
Isaac.
She is basically looking after you all when you go all of the gaff.
Yeah,
she's the
she's mother hen.
All right.
Mother
Oh, that's so
goose.
sweet.
Literally
That's
mother
sweet.
goose. Like life doesn't function without Bev, you know.
That's so
I'm not
sweet.
even joking. Bev, we love you and appreciate
Big up
you.
Bev, big up Isaac.
Big up,
You guys are good.
Unless sometimes I'll be getting on her last nerve. No.
No, but I feel like that's what I would do to my kids though. Because I'm sorry, you know, this society is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, what you bought us breakfast? Love that.
Oh,
for
what a
us.
babe. We were
Thank
just talking
you.
about how
I'm
hungry
actually
we
really
were.
hungry as well.
We're literally
Thank
just
you
talking
so
about it.
much. I bet there's nothing in there. Oh, it's warm as well. What you bring me? I know where you went. Up the road, isn't
Such a
it?
babe.
Yeah.
Not us. You made me tired. You made me tired.
What's in your bag? And what else?
Water.
See what I'm saying? You're
You're
fraud.
phony.
No, Marks, you're
Basically,
fraud.
for a second week running, there's no book in Mark's bag.
Take it out the big space for my laptop.
What laptop?
Your bag is huge.
Do you know how
You're
big
taking
that
a
bag
mic.
is?
Gina, you would have popped down yesterday listening to Mark's talk.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
I popped down.
No,
all
you
the
bringing
time.
other platforms content.
No, what was
onto
he
this
saying,
new
please?
platform.
Let me know.
No, it's about his dating life and whatnot, man.
Oh.
Yeah, he doubled down on that whole.
What, on
I do
TDA
in my
on-
spare
on-
time ain't none of your business.
Oh, is it?
On TDA. Oh yeah, the guest was shocked. Because she thought at one point she was speaking to a man
Yeah, she don't
that
even
has
know, man.
sense.
Yeah.
Then as it just started, he started to peel it back, peel it back, peel it back, peel it back. She was like, by the end of it, she was like, I said, girl, that's why. I said, girl.
I like you've been here before.
No,
Like, I had never said to her, but girl.
What finished me is when she said, "No, it looks like you like black girls online, but."
In real life.
No, wait, I was screaming.
She said he's a fake activist.
I screamed.
She said you are anti-colorism in the tweets.
That's crazy. Said I'm faking it.
That's so funny, man.
What age would you let your son go to Europe with his friend?
Just them two. 17, 18.
Yeah.
And how about to a theme park?
No, it's a Napa.
A theme park. It's like Fort Park or something.
Yeah.
Just him and his brethren. I don't know, about 14 or something.
Okay. Is it faster to get to Alton Towers or France?
What you about, that Eurotunnel thing?
Yeah, Eurostar.
Same thing.
Fair.
I don't know. What's all in hours? Couple hours. It's like the same kind of thing, isn't it?
So would you allow them to go to France?
What, at 14? No.
What's the difference?
It's another country.
Okay.
There's no chaperoning.
So they're really chaperoning in Autumn Towers, but in
They
France,
can't speak the language. They don't know the dynamics. Like there's
There's variables.
Yeah, there's bare variables you got to take into it. These men just get lost, end up in Prague or something.
So when they're 17, 18, then obviously they will know the language.
No, but they're more
Savvy.
more savvy, more older, more responsible and that.
Fair.
Why? What brought this on?
Emmanuel watching LBC and James O'Brien basically doing Stranger Things on him. He was basically arguing for a woman being fined to send her 15-year-old son with his brethren to Europe. And he said gallivanting around Europe. Like, trotting on that.
Oh, we're saying that should be fine.
He's saying it should be fine.
And he's cussing people that were criticising it.
Exactly. Saying just because you can't trust your son to go to the fish and chip shop down the street doesn't mean she doesn't have confidence
No, man.
in her son to go across Europe.
We trust our kids. We just don't trust the pedophiles that come back into society like nothing happened.
15.
It's wild.
With another 16-year-old. That's all.
Can you imagine? That's the Guardian.
Anything could happen to them, man.
Anything can happen to him in Autumn Towers.
2 eggs.
Huh?
Anything can happen to him in Autumn Towers.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels different. Doesn't it feel
How
different?
about Great Yarmouth?
What, can they go Great
How
Yarmouth?
about Wales? How about Cardiff? How about Cardiff? Would you let them go to Cardiff? It's not another country.
To start doing
too
your
far
to start doing your own thing like that anywhere, probably better you be of a decent age, isn't it? 17, 18.
When were you in Conch? How old were you?
I didn't get sent there by my parents.
Nobody's saying
That don't matter.
nobody's saying the parents sent them. How old were you?
17, 16.
So you started like old.
Yeah. Late bloomer.
We're going to talk about the grooming thing today, you know,
Huh?
because you ended up on the timeline again.
Did I?
Yeah, obviously you didn't
So
know
you
because
didn't
you were
even
next, innit?
Huh?
So he didn't even know.
Yeah, he didn't.
But Mark doesn't know
Most
anything
things,
about
yeah.
social media. He
What?
could be he could be getting cooked. He could be
Oh, was
getting
they cooking me?
praised. No, they were cooking you.
Yeah.
Huh?
They was running
Clean.
running the clip back.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like clean. They cooked your ass.
I mean, we can always throw it in there if you want.
What, the clip?
It's his birthday weekend.
This is true. Shouldn't have to go through all of that.
What platform was it on?
You know what the platform
X.
was.
You know.
X. It's the only platform he's ever going to be on.
Oh, well, as long as they had fun.
You know what? I love the optimism.
Yeah, because I like the way he lives. Like, it's very out of sight, out of mind. And I think that's a great way to live.
You got to protect your peace.
Amen. What are you doing?
So was that Brent's fault?
No. This was to do someone else that was talking about it. And I didn't see. So basically, there was a guy that was on a podcast or something like that, and he was talking about how it was that they would get kids wherever. So it's basically talking about how the ways in which
Grooming
they
101.
spotted,
Yeah,
how they
basically.
spotted like vulnerable children.
Is it the
But then
Birmingham
also-
guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
but then
was
also
talking
as well,
about-
like
okay.
how they'd groom the mum sometimes as well. Blah blah blah. But people on the timeline were like saying how he's talking about it like he's reminiscent and he's very proud. I didn't get that from that. I felt like he was just saying like this is what used to happen back
Do you
in
know
the
what
day.
the problem
da.
was?
No, I didn't
Do
get
you know
that
what
from
him
him.
crying?
People wanted more emotion. It's
What
because,
emotion, though?
It's
Which
because. So when he's talking,
It sounded
was-
very cavalier to me.
when he was talking, it was. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think he sounded remorseful.
No.
But I didn't think he was reminiscent or reliving. Like he just.
I thought he was just telling us. He was
just telling us-
because it felt like to me like they asked him. Like, how would you know what kid to groom? And he's saying, okay, well, basically, when you see a child, if kids that don't really have their parents around, they're always lonely, they're isolated, like, that's what it felt like. It just felt like he was just relating that that's how we would spot. And then he was saying about, like, with the mums as well, you know, the mums are struggling, you know that she's got nobody else. So when you just say, oh, can I use the toilet quickly? You accidentally leave a bit of weed in there. She doesn't move too tight, and they'd be like, okay, do you know what, can I... Like, it didn't sound, they were like, oh, he's not remorseful. He sounds like he's very proud of what he's doing. And also you can tell that if he hadn't been caught or something like that, he would still be doing it today. So he's just reminiscing on his glory days. How? You saw analyze this. Yes, you saw end up in very stupid situationships. All these superpowers.
Nah, he sounded too cavalier for my likings.
Well, what did you guys want him to do? Like,
No,
it
it
would
wasn't.
then, like we would get there.
No,
like what?
Not to be over emotional about it, but I didn't hear any sincerity in it. Like I didn't hear any like genuinely. This is not how I want the going forward. This is not how I want. Like,
But you know what? You
look
wouldn't hear that, though.
It just seemed like he was just saying it as a matter of fact.
But you know, I
That's
feel
how
like
it
you wouldn't
came
hear that
across to me.
because the question. I don't feel like the question. I feel like what he was being
But they
being
him,
asked,
and he was like, "No, yeah,
but
I
what was
feel
the
bad."
question there?
Then he was like, "No, I feel bad." Then he just kept on talking, like he just glazed over the "I feel bad." It was very like, "Oh yeah, no, I do feel
But
bad."
that was in the midst of the story, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because I feel like they didn't ask him like what's. I just don't think that the question that he was asked would have warranted the emotions we wanted to
answer,
see.
yeah.
It literally just sounded like they asked him a plain question and he's answering it simply. And I think also as well, people like to talk about the PTSD and the trauma and the mental health illnesses that's within people that are on road and stuff like that. You really think that someone who might have seen the things that he's seen is really going to be giving you all the emotion that you think you're going to be seeing? That's literally like PTSD. That's literally desensitization at its finest. But I don't think that he was saying it like, for me, I didn't find it distasteful. Because for me, I assumed that what was being asked of him was, what was the processes of grooming these kids and their mum? And it just sounded like he answered it. I think if they had said to him like, I think they'd asked him a question relating to like what it's like today and whatever, then I can see that you like have a bit more emotion. But it just didn't sound like there was emotion to insert in that. Because that would have been a very annoying clip if it was crying every second.
Nah, I didn't. But anyway,
he got cooked. Yeah, there's
imagine.
So basically, yes. So there was a girl who had spoken up. She's got a son, something like that, and she's spoken up about something like that in the past or whatever. So then, when this clip of that guy happened, she then quote tweeted that and did a thread about it, and then she then said, and I remember when this other D word was talking about like this on a podcast, and then she brought up Margaret's clip.
you know what the D word is.
Degenerate. Yeah, a few people did. Well, they called it platform.
My girl did.
Well, they called it.
My girl did Throwback Thursdays
On a Thursday evening.
On a Thursday evening. But but then that's Twitter though.
It's all right, man. I said what I said.
It is what it is. I don't think you need to do all of that.
That's the clip.
Yeah,
I watched it, yeah.
So what does that say? Ex-gangster opens up about... No, as in the clip,
about grooming.
on his grooming techniques. Okay, yeah.
Let you get in the car, put a chain in you, give you a name, and know you're thinking, I'm thinking, wow, I know
Brent.
my nickname.
Brent
is too
fast.
Wow. Scary.
Wow.
I know it's
'Cause
3 minutes long.
Which means he talks fast.
Basically, yeah.
Stop it.
Just tell people to go.
you
Just
have
tell
to
people
play
to
it
go
then.
and watch it, huh?
Just
Yeah, that's
it's fine. You don't have to play it, please.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
because we
We
ain't
ain't
go through
read
the
one
headlines.
headline today.
Bro,
No
our
one.
time is fast spent.
Let's get into
Okay.
it.
No
All right.
fast spent.
So Labour has rejected calls to give under 30s freedom of movement in the EU after it was reported a youth mobility scheme could be part of a new trade deal. So the right of UK citizens to live and work around Europe ended with Brexit, but there had been hopes that the former Remain supporter Keir Starmer would work to reinstate it. He also promised to renegotiate an improved trade deal with Europe, with the EU, which the EU has warned would require concessions on the movement of people. The Times reported that ministers would allow a reciprocal youth mobility scheme as part of a new deal, essentially allowing under 30s in Europe to live in the UK and vice versa. The government source was speaking to the Times and said, if we're serious about resetting relations with the EU, then we need to be prepared to give them some of the things that they want. A youth mobility scheme would not replicate the freedom of movement which was previously enjoyed when the UK, was an EU member, as it would require visas, proof of sufficient funds, and health insurance. But such schemes already exist in countries including Australia and Poland. From campaign group Best for Britain indicates that 59% of the British public would actually support an agreement with the EU. Next headline, and a new drug has been shown to slow the progression of Alzheimer's disease.
Oh, wonderful.
Nope, too early.
Orcs.
Basically, that particular drug has been, well, the NHS has basically said it shouldn't be rolled out. So, yeah. So NICE, which is the National Institute for Health and Care Excellence, said that the benefits of this particular drug, which is called lecanemab, are just too small to justify the significant cost to the NHS. It comes despite the UK medicines regulator saying that the drug is safe and effective to use. Lecanemab, which is developed by a pharmaceutical company, Eisai, is a targeted antibody treatment that binds to amyloid, which is a protein which builds up in the brains of people who are living with Alzheimer's disease. The drug is designed to help clear the build-up and slow down cognitive decline in people with the condition. It's the first treatment of its kind to be licensed for use in Great Britain. However, like I said, this government body has recommended that lecanemab is not rolled out on the NHS in England in draft guidance due to the cost to the taxpayer. So it's way too expensive. And our last headline, 3 key intercity rail lines will be interrupted over the August bank holiday weekend.
That's surprising.
For network rail engineering projects. So journeys on the East Coast Main Line from the capital to Yorkshire, the northeast of England and Scotland will be slower and more complicated from Saturday evening, people. That's the 24th of August all the way up until Monday morning, 26th of August. Work between London and Peterborough means the last northbound train from King's Cross in the capital on Saturday will be 9 p.m. to Newcastle. The London terminus will then close for 35 hours to intercity passengers until 8 a.m. on bank holiday Monday. So yeah, basically just do your due diligence before you travel. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the headlines.
Okay, let's get into what you're saying. Topic of the day.
All right, people. So today, yeah, I know the topic of the day seems quite, something that you guys be very excited about, but we ain't gonna spend too much time on it. Yeah, it's basically a combination of 2 different things, and I just want to get you guys' opinion on basically white supremacy and how it can manifest itself in different ways. Right. First thing is this, and this is a clip that Chrissy sent to me. Chrissy sent to me, and this is basically someone complaining about Stormzy's initiative.
Oh.
Yeah. So, Brent, if you don't mind, can you put that up, please?
The Cambridge one.
Yes. So yeah, so you guys will obviously be able to hear his thoughts on
Stormzy being racist again. So he's put out here, he's got a scholarship for uni students, and to be able to apply, you have to be black or mixed black heritage. You're not allowed to be white. Can you just imagine if a white celebrity put out a scholarship for students and said, listen, to be able to apply, you have to be white. You can't be anything else but white. There would be uproar, would be in the news, would be fucking called racist, would be called far right, would be called all sorts. But when it's on the other foot, who gives a shit? Just Stormzy being racist again. So he's put out here.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your guys' thoughts?
Now, you can.
He's a twat, man. Stay in school, kids. Stay in school, honeys.
Would you guys feel a particular way though? If for example, I don't know, I can't think of a white celebrity in the country.
I would.
What would you say? What would you think? What would you say?
I would feel away. Because the system is already set up to benefit white people.
That's why I don't understand
that's
why
why
we're having
you
this
cannot-
conversation.
That's exactly. That's why I said stay in school, because he clearly doesn't understand who the system is set up to favor. So I will have a problem with it.
Okay. Christy?
If a white celebrity did it.
I wouldn't have a problem if it was an Asian person though. Sorry.
No, I wouldn't necessarily have an issue because they've been doing that. It wouldn't be no surprise to me. But this example that he's giving is such a false equivalency of the highest order. It's silly to me. But they love to do that. What about reverse? They love the reverse racism card. But
they never reverse colonialism though. That's interesting.
They never check the stats. They never consider stats. They never consider the they never consider anything when they come out and say these things. It's always, if it's the other way around, there will be uproar.
Yeah.
There's been
But it's been the other way around since the beginning of time.
the riots. Your people then were rioting. So
that's how I
tweets
knew
ago.
that his mind was silly, because he said, if it's us, they'll call us far right. That's why I knew that you're one of them.
The reason why I'm mentioning it, because obviously we know, it's a very...
Is that him? Morning, Gary.
Not Gary.
Continue.
Obviously, we know obviously the rationale behind what he's saying is very stupid, right? But that aside, let's just say somebody who is white feels like, cool, I want to provide something for people that look like me, my community, something that I relate to. If we saw that, yeah, and black people maybe, or Asian people or whatever, yeah, were to come out and talk about it, do you feel like we will be in our rights to talk about it?
Do you know what it is? I think if it was targeted for like white working class,
Okay.
because they're also a group that's marginalized. They're a group as well that, like, they're affected by the education. So they're affected by where it is that they can go to school, which is why Storms did that for black kids that end up in
Yes.
Cambridge.
Yeah.
Because some of them can get offers, but they can't afford to go there.
Yeah.
So if it was a thing where celebrities like, I'm going to do this for white working class students from poor backgrounds, well, I wouldn't have an issue with that. That wouldn't be an issue. Do you get what I mean? Because again, because in my mind, the whole point of this initiative is to help the less privileged.
Yeah.
So that's no problem.
Okay. So is that same for everybody as well? So if a white person came out, I don't know why I can't think of a white.
Anton Deck. Why Anton Deck? ain't-
Anton Deck.
Why
one of
they
them
not
guys.
anything?
No, but let's just say they did. Yeah, we're like, cool. You know what? I came from a working class background. You know what I'm saying? And right now, if you look at the stats, the person who is the most deprived in schools, least educated, least performing, are white working class boys. I want to do something for them. Would you guys feel some type of way?
No. Well, I wouldn't anyway.
Monks, what about you?
I don't know. It would seem like some reform initiative or something. Because there's not a necessity for it. I think this is a white country, so all the schools are white. You know what I'm trying to say? Those things are for minorities.
Yeah.
You get me? So if you're a minority in the land and you want to do something to represent and support your own, then how could it be an issue?
Exactly.
You know what I'm trying to say? Being the majority in the land and making that distinction between what you're doing and what you want to do for white people when everything over here is set up for them anyway. Not speaking to your intentions, but it's like, yeah, it just wouldn't feel. It would just seem dodgy to me.
But okay, two things. Yeah. Even though you're saying things are set up for them to for them, it's not working though. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say it's not working. White boys are suffering in schools, and somebody's like, "Cool, I don't like this. The government's obviously not doing enough. I want to do something." Why does that mean that person has some sort of warped thinking for wanting to raise up the group that looks like him that is kind of suffering?
You know the Jewish-only schools?
Yes.
There are three main ones. JFS, Jewish Free School, is in London, one of the largest Jewish schools in Europe, which is state-funded and offers a comprehensive Jewish and secular education. There's Emmanuel College in Hertfordshire, an independent Jewish school providing education from primary school through to secondary levels. And Hasmonean High School in London, a state-funded Orthodox Jewish school with separate boys and girls campuses.
And there's nothing wrong with that. The question should be is, why doesn't he have a problem with that?
Why doesn't the white guy have a problem with the Jews doing it?
Yeah. That's because I don't think there's anything wrong with them having Jewish schools, or if they want people to have Muslim schools, or whatever it may be.
They've been having it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
100%.
not an issue at all. The question is, why ain't that white brother got a problem with Jewish-only schools, but Stormzy's got an initiative for black kids, and it's an issue? That's the question.
And it was the audacity to say Stormzy's being racist again.
Yeah.
Again, when was the first time?
The first time he done it,
Yeah, because he's done it before.
Every time he does it, because more racist.
Yeah.
Fair.
But it's not the whole Jewish only or black only or white only. He is using his money to basically pay
Literally.
for their school fees.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's weird for him to be talking about how a black man uses money.
That's true.
100%.
Yeah, for real.
Why
That's true,
why
actually.
isn't he charging the white
Celebrities.
Yeah, exactly.
to basically pay for them to go to
Exactly.
schools?
Yeah, 100%.
It's because there's not a necessity for
It's
it.
displaced anger, isn't it? It's just, when you're bored and you ain't got nothing else to do.
Literally.
Because realistically, I don't get how in your head it even made sense.
No, it makes sense to them.
How?
You can never understand.
No. because they say we scream racism so much. How dare we? They would say, oh, we are doing the exact same thing that we're complaining about.
I think we're being racist sometimes when we scream racism
Because
too
we
much.
have to. This is it.
But they think is on the even scale.
I feel like a younger generation of white people would feel like that more than the older generation because they didn't live through all the turmoil and stuff, so they don't feel responsible for nothing that's happened. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's when they do all the whataboutery and stuff like that. Like, right, if I said this, if I did this, right, not taking into account just the history of everything.
Yeah, they see Central C and pink,
Yeah,
he's among. Yeah, he's among. Why ain't we?
Good morning, caller.
Good morning. How are y'all? Or evening, good night, whatever.
How are you?
I'm good. Another great TBA topic.
How was your birthday?
It was great. I actually work, but I'm celebrating next month because the next 2 weekends I'm going to weddings, so I have to postpone, my birthday celebration, which is fine. But it was good. It was good. Thank you for asking.
No worries.
Not y'all lying. There's no way. There is no way somebody is coming out with a scholarship application or any type of funding application and saying that they want the candidate. I don't care what type of verbiage they use. Prefer, white, required, whatever. That y'all are not going to raise your eyebrow. Let's be so for real. I don't think
for working class. For working class,
I don't care what accent they put to it. If they put white, not all things are equally comparative. I get that, in our situation, we're dealing with racism, so it makes sense because we can back up the why. But when somebody says white only, there's no doubt in my mind that there is an element of exclusion. When we're doing things for us, it's about equity. When they're doing it, it's about exclusion. So they will never be equal. I would hear somebody is from God knows where, Minnesota, one country ass, city or state. And they say, you know what, I grew up around this. There was a lot of opportunities in that particular area. I want to give back and I want to donate and I want to whatever the hell, if it's a scholarship, if it's business funding, whatever. And they say, the applicant must be from insert area here. Because that makes sense. There's the purpose of it is they understand the lack of opportunities in this area. So to give equity in that situation, they want to contribute financially. But when somebody adds race and they say the applicant must be white, how? You're going. It just doesn't. That for what reason? And I don't want to hear because I'm white and I want to help a white student. You need to really investigate where that mindset is coming from, because why are you against a black student who is equally capable? Our race is not your race, not race as in racial background, but race as in our journey is not the same. So you cannot be so obtuse, not y'all, but people who think like this. You cannot be so obtuse to think that you specifying white on an application is the same. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. But I think in the UK we have a class problem.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So we have the race problem, but we also classism is a big thing over here. So that's why I said with the white thing, if it's white working class, I wouldn't bat an eyelid about that, because they're also disadvantaged. Obviously not as disadvantaged as black people, but they are a disadvantaged group when it comes to education and how well they perform in education and the opportunities available to them in education. So yeah.
But we have the same thing. But to me, it doesn't, in my opinion, there's no difference. You can say, if you are truly coming from a mindset of equity, unless race should not be a thought in your mind unless it is about underrepresented racial groups. There's no way that you can spin. Yeah, white people of a lower class don't. It's not about the equity conversation is different when it comes to that. So when people are putting that in terms of applications for what it is we're talking about, it's never from an equitable standpoint. It's always from an excluding standpoint. Like I don't understand how that part is missed.
You see that because the history of black and white people and everything that's happened here. Do you think there'll be a point in the future where it can like reset, if that makes sense? So there's like black people can say things, and if white people say them, they're taken totally differently, and they're the exact same thing. You know what I'm trying to say? It's, people have a problem with that. Just like what my man said, if a white man done that, it would be an issue. But it's because of our history. You get me? And we're not coming from the same starting point. But I'm saying, in the future, is there a point where it resets to where we get back to a level playing field? So you can say things.
No.
So it's like what you're you sitting up here and saying you wouldn't date a white man feels normal. You know what I'm trying to say? When white people say,
it don't feel normal.
well, to me it does. It doesn't sound.
Oh, it sounds very outlandish.
Can
when
we
they
use
say
that
it.
example?
I don't know,
though,
but when the white people say that they don't date black people, you put that.
People look at them a bit funny, innit?
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever get there because unfortunately we still, like, the effects of slavery is still here. So we have to be a thing where like, it would have to be a thing where like all the stuff is returned, reparations is paid. Like, I feel like that's the only way we have to be actual equal, where it's like they've admitted what they've done, they've paid back for everything they've done, all that kind of stuff. Then we can see where they start moving forward. But I think the only way for that to happen would be for a flood to happen again and all our memories to be wiped off, and then we can start fresh.
But
It's
then when you say
impossible to
people
because
they've
they've still
done,
got their hands in pots.
there's loads of generations that are living through the world now, and they're saying we didn't do nothing.
No, but
But they didn't. But the thing is, though, this is why I should have come on a tour with Daryl. This is why you should have come on a tour, because they didn't do it, but they're still benefiting from the thing that things that was done by their ancestors, and that's the problem. So yes, you didn't do it. Yes, your grandfather George was not the one who had a plantation. However, the wealth that your grandfather George has, or like, there's so many. Even the system. If we forget like personal wealth, the system in itself, the world system,
has not changed.
And it's because it still favors white people over black people. You're still a recipient. You're still enjoying the benefits of this thing that happened to black people. Do you get what I mean? So
In every institution, there is a disparity. Medical institution, the school system, there's a disparity.
and police.
Criminal justice system, there's still all across all those systems, institutions. What has changed for us to get to a point where we can actually say, okay, do you know what? We can see it on the flip side.
But then is that what Muggs is asking? Like, can that change? Can we get to the point where...
No.
No?
No.
No.
Why do you say that?
I think Esther and Christy touched on a couple reasons that I was going to talk about. Like, a hot take. I'm so sick of this reparations conversation. I think the moment white people get to a point where they are prepared to give us reparations, we need to be raising our eyebrow to the moon.
100%.
I don't see a universe where white people are going to pay black people back for anything that they don't expect an immediate return on. I'm sorry. This might be an American example. But the way people squander that stupid COVID money, if white people should give us reparations, they know that money's going to come back to them in tenfold. They know. It'll just be, it's hush money. It's hush money. Not that I don't trust black people to do anything good with it. I think people may, whether it's money, whether it's property, whether it's, equity in certain industries, I don't see a universe where white people are going to ever give us anything that they don't have some type of control over in the background. That's why, to me, the reparations conversation it's giving next caller. Like, it's not going to help us the way we think. And to your point, Esther and Christy, people do not understand the depths of institutional racism. And I'm always going to come from an American angle. But one time I was talking to my mom, very short story, they're not going to make this long. My mom used to be a daycare provider. So we used to have a childcare, in-home childcare at my house growing up. And one of the things that used to come up a lot that she used to really like be an advocate for is mandatory preschool, like public funded preschool. That is the first step in Black education where that starts the domino effect of all the things that go wrong. It's proof in institutional racism. We can afford to send our kids to either preschool because it costs money, and the government doesn't pay for it the way they pay for public school, or we can't afford to send our kids to child care centers that can afford to train their staff to give early learning education tools. So we send our kids to kindergarten, which is the first publicly funded grade. Sally and Lucy know all their colors. They know how to spell their name. They know how to say their letters. And our kids are looking at you like, when are you going to turn on Bluey? Like,
Bluey.
We don't. That is. So then comes my kid can't read because my kid is behind. Then comes Black people don't know how to do math because they're behind in counting because they didn't have the. It is so embedded in our daily life that you would have to dismantle it brick by brick. So we sit up here worried about land, money, reparations. Yeah, all of that means nothing. That doesn't. I'm not saying diminishes for other people. For me, it means nothing because it's so embedded into our different institutions, which is my point about equity. When we highlight and we do things for our people, it comes from a point of trying to achieve some level of equity. When white people do it, no matter what it is, I don't care if people think it's a equal compare. It's not. It will always be trying to protect that exclusivity that they benefit from every day. 100%. It's impossible.
100%.
Margs, what do you think? Do you think it's possible to get to that place?
I don't know, man. I don't think in none of our lifetimes, anyway. If it is, I don't think we'll see the day.
What do you think would need to happen for that to happen? Let's say it may not be in our lifetime.
Yeah, if that's the case, then it's just like simple as I said. No, I just don't think it's possible in our lifetime. I think we've seen and experienced too much.
I know it won't happen in our lifetime.
You say, but what
would need to happen?
And that's what I say. That's why the only reason why the answer is no, it won't happen, because what it would need to happen. But then again, I don't know what would need to happen. I feel like it's impossible. What would need to happen?
What theorists, need Emmanuel?
The men in
Isn't this the
men in black.
butter?
The men in black stick.
To reset everything.
Yeah.
So, Emmanuel, do you think resetting everything would erase the racist gene? Because you believe there's a racist gene, don't you?
Just remember how this started. You started the conversation. Yeah? Good.
Because I know you believe there's a racist gene.
No, because you want me to
say
be
they're
free.
born racist.
I never said that anyone's born racist. We're all children of God, innit?
Well, that's debatable. That's debatable.
If there is a Men in Black global
No.
movement,
No, there'll be no change.
why wouldn't there be any change?
Because there's certain things, like you rightly said, that's just in us.
Yeah,
Because
imagine
of
the
our
DNA,
environment,
man.
because our environment, because our DNA, because of
No,
there's so
don't
many
just
different
say
things.
that. Don't just use words. Connect it, please.
In what way?
You just said because of our DNA.
Yeah.
Explain how.
So a lot of these things is related. So you remember before we were talking about how certain things are carried in our DNA that makes us behave. certain ways.
Epigenetics, we're talking
Yes,
about.
exactly.
So
Right?
the flash, does it undo the epigenetics?
You can't do it. It's just memory.
Yeah?
Did the flash, does it?
Does it undo the
It's
DNA?
so interesting what we're talking about.
He doesn't undo it
He said-
because
no, it's just the memory.
no, but it is just the memory. It's the memory, yeah. But then what happens is that
This is
then
so
genetics starts up again. Then we repeat. It will fight back.
This is a movie.
Then the
So
Flash
this
again.
is the next
Then we
movie,
repeat.
right? So
Repeat.
Flash.
Inception.
You believe that incrementally it's gonna come back to you nigga.
It'll come
Probably
back
find
to
a new word.
it'll come back to interactions with people and saying, and somebody just feeling like, I can do this. I have the right to do this. There's something that's yours, and I have the right to take this.
Why don't you think? Because I've spoken to quite a few Black people who feel that they are superior to white people.
Okay.
Right, in every facet, right, and I'm sure you can buck some East Asian people that will say that they're superior to everybody.
Yeah.
Right. So when you get that flash, why don't you think that the DNA and the observations of the strengths and weaknesses of other races wouldn't put Black people on top?
Because I think so are we getting the flash as well? Black people. Oh no.
No, we'd have to.
We'll fall for
You'd
the
have
same.
to.
We'll fall for the same thing.
We'd have to.
We'll fall for the same thing
Why would you think it'd happen again?
because we're too loving. We're too. Oh,
What?
somebody's different. Oh, start hugging people. Yeah, all that foolishness.
Yeah, but all that learned behavior about the differences between us will be gone.
Because it's the case conditioning that got us that way.
Yeah.
And the conditioning will be erased.
What conditioning? What do you
The
mean?
conditioning that we've been put under. The whole pitting each other against ourselves that the white man did.
We just have to go back to the 1500s when people came to our lands and we saw, oh, okay, cool, come in. And then
So
we'll finish.
what you're saying is when
That's it.
we get reset, he's saying just pretend like it started at the beginning. just go back. Flash the
I don't
beads
think
and
we.
whatnot.
I don't think we will though. That's the thing.
No?
No.
What would be different?
Payback time. Slave trade.
Slave trade.
Wait.
No, but you have no memory of that though, right?
Wait.
No, but you're saying
Why?
that.
Yeah. Good point, Gina. Why don't you think that black people would now enslave white people? Because they are the superior race in some people's minds.
No, but we're still the percentage we are in this country, right?
You're just
We're
talking about,
talking-
you talking about Britain?
Are we talking about the entire world or what?
He keeps on saying that. He keeps
sorry,
on
sorry.
saying it.
I was just thinking the UK. Because I just don't. That's just not how we are like this. Like if you go through history, and plus, why would anyone feel like okay, we're all the same because we're black? Like if the memory's all gone, you all become.
You're trying.
So you think people are born racist?
That's what I said in the
No.
first place. He's like, no.
I don't think people are born racist.
So how do they get there?
I don't think they're born racist. I think they've got it in them.
That's
different.
that's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Follow
Follow me.
Oh wait, so
Listen,
no,
follow
no,
me.
no,
I know
No,
what you're saying.
but wait, let me-
I bet you
I
do.
get it. It's like
No, I do.
it's like
I
people
do.
saying that everyone's a murderer. Everyone can kill, right? We've all got it in us, but
There
it
you
just
go.
takes. Do you know
Just
what I
the
mean?
right ingredients.
The right
to make it grow.
ingredients.
Just
That's
the
it.
right
That's it.
trigger
the
it
right
off.
opportunity.
Yeah,
Everyone's got a killy gene.
we could all kill each. Everyone's
Gina.
got the, everyone's
Talk to her.
everyone.
Me and him in the same minute. we may both wake up in Hackney, but
No, but I feel like everyone has got the capacity to kill. Like if push comes to shove. No.
yeah, but let's get back to a whole race is now moving as though they are superior to the other. That's what we're talking about. Because yes, everybody has the potential to kill in a given circumstance, but to wake up knowing that your skin is just predisposed to basically look to oppress the other.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if maybe I'm saying this too literally. Like, if the flash thing occurred, I don't think necessarily we would just look around because. Wait, all right, watch this.
Do we have history of enslaving people?
See, this is what I was going to get to. This is what I was going to get to. Human beings will take advantage of human beings.
Period.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. The black people done it 100%. So it's going to happen. But it'll be different. I think it'll be different because again, you just have to look into history. Like the Flash would just take you back to 1,000
So you
years.
go back to the argument.
That's all it would be.
See, that's
It'd be the same thing.
response to you.
That don't make sense.
Why? Because with the Flash, aren't you just forgetting everything that's just happened in recent history, sort of thing?
No,
Everything. You're
based
forgetting everything,
by
right?
man, you think the Flash is going to reverse time. He's saying no, technological advances are still here.
Okay.
You don't have to work for cotton anymore. We've got electricity.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but remember, economics is like in every sort of thing. So whatever the next thing that a human being wants to desire, you will try and get the cheapest labor.
AI is where we're going though.
That's fine.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can I just? I'm a little
you're still
confused. So this flash awkward. This flash. This flash that you're talking about, it's not a reversal of time. It's as in I blink and it's like the snap. Like Thanos snaps and all of a sudden all of racism, we just all are just amnesia and we're starting afresh in our current state.
Yeah, basically.
And you think that it is not going to quickly go back to regular scheduled programs?
Yeah, talk to us. Talk to us. No,
I think the class system. I think that would be the issue because people with money will still look down on people with no
ego
money and
thing,
stuff.
yeah.
But
But
the stuff that we've
people
taught
with
about
money
our
are not gonna-
differences between us will be gone, innit?
No, I don't believe so.
Why would
Wait,
they-
let's
But
say
people with money are not going to look around.
No.
People with money are not going to look around the room and realize that the other people with money are also white. Hello, like reading the room is not a skill that needs to be developed.
that's in the
Literally.
Western world, surely, right?
How would it be different elsewhere?
In
Question mark?
Well, in predominantly black countries, it's black people that you're looking.
But it's what Iman
Yeah,
said,
but
because
predominantly-
they will clock they don't have certain resources, and they'll clock that over on our side of the world, we have those resources. And when they come there and we say this is the price for it, they're going to be like, but how can we get it cheaper?
Yeah.
What you're
Bring on
saying,
day one of slavery.
What you're saying is white
I
people
think-
are always supposed to be moving like they're superior to black people. That's what you're saying.
I think I'm saying. Oh
No, go on, babe. You go.
I was gonna say I think history repeats itself if not unchecked, amnesia or not. Like the mold is the mold.
If
the
we
way
trace,
people think is the way
if we
people
trace
think.
and track, Mr. Historian here and here, if we trace and track the course of human history, how many times have white people repeated this thing?
Which
Who
thing?
were the first? Who were the first?
To be enslaved? Or what do you mean?
Who were the first to
to
have
slave?
slaves?
I don't know.
Well, you keep saying the black man is the first man in human existence,
Yeah.
and he traveled the world and whatnot, teaching civilization to.
Yeah, but I guess
all
at that point.
asunder.
Yeah, but I guess maybe at that point, though.
Did
there
you
was
just say
maybe-
you don't know who were the first people to have slaves?
Yeah.
You really don't know something? What? Are you glitching?
I don't understand what's going on.
Wait a minute. So, to your knowledge, the first people to have
Abraham
slaves are
and
white
them.
people.
No, that's not what I said. I just said. I
well,
don't know.
who were the first
But if-
people that you know to have slaves? If you're saying it's not white people,
I guess I can say I didn't say it's not white people, but
I
can
just
say-
asked you that.
No, but I don't know. That's what I'm saying to you.
Abraham
But I
and
can.
Sarah.
I can. That had slaves, first people.
Yeah. There were slaves in the Bible.
Yeah, 100%.
There's been slaves from
But
That's what I'm saying.
Prey.
So for human beings, it's just
The
human
Arabs
beings.
maybe.
But,
But you know what the thing
yeah.
is, I think if you're just gonna see it as okay, cool. At some point in time, there was only black people, then it would have been black people.
What do you
who
mean?
had slaves.
If I can see it like that, isn't that what you be preaching all the time?
Well, there's only black people.
Everything started with black people.
Yeah,
You keep preaching that.
We're the first and the last.
All right. So who were the first to have
Except
slaves?
slavery.
Say again. What'd you say?
Except slavery, you mean?
No, everything. That's what I'm saying to you. Everything. But like,
don't put that
you
PR
wouldn't
on us.
you wouldn't see it as black people though. Like you're just human beings. There is no black.
So the
There's no
construct
black.
of black
I don't think we would.
only came in
I don't think we.
to existence when white
I
people
don't
came.
think-
Sure.
I don't think we would ever, if we were to like get amnesia today, like we would ever eliminate race. Because I don't think I'm not blaming race for what we're in. I'm blaming the connotations that come along with race. Race as an identifier will probably be there whether we get amnesia or not, but it's about all of the connotations about races, as in plural, not racists, that have gotten us the position we are today. Like, I can't, it would be ignoring the obvious for me to look at a white person and be like, I have a rather darker hue than you. Like, it's okay to identify that. But when we start saying, people of this particular color kind of aren't smart, that's where we go wrong. Like that would be something that in this alternate universe that you're talking about, I don't know if that could work. If it's a snap, we're in the same exact positions we're in currently. We just forget all of what history, I don't know. I think we might take some time to get back to it, but it will still come around.
So basically, with the flash, right, you'd have all the memory will be gone, but moving forward, you would still be able to draw parallels between certain things, isn't it? You'll still be able to come up with new stereotypes.
Yeah, only because of the way the world is structured now. You can't, just because you forget the structure doesn't mean you won't quickly, catch on. If the world is exactly as it is today, exactly how it is today, and we just have amnesia and we suddenly wake up from said amnesia, people are going to read the room. Yeah. Like, there would have to be significant changes for this amnesia to work.
Yeah, I think if it was a thing of it's a reset where we were left where we were and not disturbed, then I can see we would have a chance. If it's a thing we're just reset and we're just here, I don't see a chance.
But what would we do differently? Why would we then see Europeans come to our country and treat them differently? What would make us act differently?
And that's my thing. I don't think we will act differently.
Same thing.
I think part of it.
I think would be worse. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I think when you think about some of like the reasons why like the whole backdoor dealings with slavery and stuff like that was happening, the deals they're making back, that speaks to human nature. That's more to do with human greed. That's more to do with power. Like those things, no matter how many times you reset, are just human nature desires. Like I feel like that's just human nature. So unfortunately, I agree with him. I feel like we're gonna fall round 2.
Round 2,
Ciao. So
Yeah, a bit the same, man.
Oh no, hey, this
Anyways.
human nature thing. The strong will always prey on the weak. The rich will always look down on the poor and stuff like that. Those are, but if you take away the race implement, just naturally off your head, why are you just gonna?
I think I fully get what you're saying though, because it's
I
like
don't think you've made a strong enough argument for me to change my mind on this, Emmanuel. This idea that they're just innately racist.
I don't know why you keep reinforcing that.
It's kind of what you're saying, though.
right?
No,
Yeah.
but you first said it though. It's not about it being a case of people who are innately racist. It's just a case of me understanding that people are going to behave how they want to behave to get certain things. And if this memory thing just wipes off the memory thing, then our interactions will still be the same. We would still be black people who have had certain experiences that would see people who are foreign to us and treat them in a particular way because of our culture. Because you're not wiping away our culture. These things are all in us. It's part of us. It's been there for the hundreds of thousands of years. So when people come
Actually,
over to-
yes, we would. We would be wiping away culture.
Yeah, but you're not talking about that, though, innit? You're not talking about human beings who are just bodies. You're talking about people who are still themselves, but just the element of race. The like, you know what I mean? Like me saying
But
black person is this
black
and
people
white
could
person
live
is
and
this.
coexist in the world with other people at one point. Darryl Baker had us up here and told us the first time in human history when someone got referred to as black. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And racist and all that, yeah? So if the Flash takes you back before that point,
Yeah.
then there ain't even no,
There
ain't even no colours.
We have to remember what happens after that, though. Somebody says, I want to benefit from this. Someone says, okay, I'm going to stop this from happening. Someone says, okay, cool. How do I counteract this? Let's create black. It's as simple as
They
that.
won't even know.
It's as simple as that. It just happens again.
I don't even think
because
I don't even think there's gonna.
how do you stop them from clocking? There's a difference because this is the thing.
all
It
it
was
is.
because there was a clear difference.
Yes.
How can I use that difference to my
Exploit,
advantage?
yeah.
How do you stop that? Even if there's a reset.
And that's why I said that they will clock that what resources and wealth that we have over on our pond.
It's 'cause what-
and they're going to want to come for
It's because
it.
what Brent is saying. The technology is still here. We ain't got to pick cotton and stuff no more. Even if you go back, they're not bringing metal and firearms over to us to get sugar and thing back.
Yeah, but I
you know what I'm
think
trying to say?
you're-
The
no, but
trade,
I
like,
think
everything's
you're
here. The
under- yeah,
whole
but
infrastructure's
in
here. We got
2020
Yeah,
joint.
but I
in
think
20
I think you're underestimating how much is imported into this country.
This is it.
That's true.
So that's my thing is that we're gonna do the wipe, but they're gonna come and realize that there's a lot of things that we need that we don't have. Those people over there have it. Let's make a deal with them. And human nature, after what, you're gonna be like, okay, we're making deals with them, but is there a way we can get this cheaper?
Simple.
And then it can start the process again. Because there's so much that's literally imported into this country.
Like literally, as
But
we're
then by
talking,
you
remember
saying that,
Congo.
but are you saying that we're just destined to be what we are? Then?
100%. All right.
That is what he's saying as well.
100%.
Is that what you're saying?
No facts. There is no hope.
Are you?
Exactly what-
Is
I'm
that what
gonna
you're
say
saying?
Thank you for the implication.
I never thought I would be on
That's
man's
a-
side.
that's all
I'm sending them. I think
Like he's
so
saying,
too.
2024, all of us adults, we start again, but eventually we're just gonna
gonna
get
go back to
whooped
where-
into slavery again. We're just
Let's
we're
wrap
just
this. Wrap up.
So the same way you're saying that it's in who they are, right? So you're basically
I
saying
didn't say that, but go on.
It's
you
in
did.
us to be
It's in us
subjugated.
to be. It's in us to be slaves. It's in us for us to get taken the piss out of.
Do you know
or like-
why- do you know why I say that? Do you know why I say that? Because without the flash thing happening, when we look at what the current situation is, when we look at our home countries, and when we look at the classism, when we look at the division that's there,
To be quite candid.
to be frank,
We have not learned any lessons.
To be honest with you. To be honest with you.
there's you know,
Lessons ain't
you
been
know,
learned.
you know, black people.
And history has been glaring, and we still
Okay.
ain't learned lessons.
Okay.
That's what, I can't lie. That's my frustration.
Okay, because they're protesting all over Africa right now,
And you know what?
and there's black leaders in there.
It's such a shame though, because
So?
that one is whoo
child.
It is who child.
I just think it's just one of those things where human beings always try to take advantage of the weak.
Absolutely.
And then you find something. You pick anything to use to exploit. And then you get people on your side, pit them against other people. It doesn't matter what it is. So, like, even if
Called
in the
survival.
first 10 years after the Flash, it's not race, it might be something else.
It'll be
But
class.
soon,
It'll be something,
exactly,
man.
soon
It'll be gender.
something.
There's always differences that humans will pluck out.
Yeah. I think the only difference would be it may take longer because now your neighbors are like different races and all that sort of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But then when you realize, wait a minute, the institutions are a particular way and they favor this and the third, and maybe after the Flash, you still wake up and in a place where all the banks are owned by people who look like this, and all the people who are lining up for job seekers look like this. The human brain starts to connect dots.
But
That's it.
And again, isn't it just human nature for me to ban with who I'm like familiar with? Like,
Yeah. It might not even be like who looks like you though.
No,
It just mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like what you're going through and things of that nature until further divisions in that particular group start to be exploited as well.
But I don't even think, I think that actually we will live in harmony for the longest time. But again, I just think that things will kick in.
Yeah.
After a while, like, that person's got one. I've got, they've got two, I've got one. How can I get that one? And then that's how we get crime and we start getting all these things again.
I think it may sound bad, and again, this is not me trying to imply that it just means we're doomed. It just means that I feel like there's going to be almost like a water and oil thing where everything's shook together, and we're figuring things out. Then things will settle. You know what I'm saying? Because human beings have to learn things. You don't just wake up and you're friends with people. Like you learn from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And then, okay, cool. Black people will then get to where they need to get to and things of that nature. But yeah.
Stacey, thank you very much for your
Thank you,
contribution.
Stacey.
No problem. Eman, your optimism is so admirable. So admirable. Doodles, y'all.
Later.
Take care.
Bye.
Before we wrap up quickly, Brent, there's 2 links in the
I didn't
thing.
hear him being optimistic, to be honest.
yeah. I was thinking,
She was being
Jimmy
sarcastic.
Moggs.
I feel that was sarcasm.
She was being sarcastic.
because it had to be.
It had to be.
No, it was.
It had to be.
It was optimism not enter the chat. Didn't even try.
Second clip.
Yes, while Brent's putting that up, I just wanted to, obviously, a couple of weeks ago, we spoke about the whole South Africa situation and how people were, coming for
spoke about the
Emmanuel.
South African
Yeah,
situation.
people were coming for me, talking about I have no right to be adding my 2 cents here, there,
I
and
don't
all
want
over the
to clip
place,
yours,
right? And I was talking about the disparity, it just baffled me. I understand it, but it baffled me as a black man living in this world in 2024 and looking back just 30 years and understanding that apartheid was a real thing. And yet South Africans are looking around them, seeing white South Africans and saying, no, this is my brother and sister. We are the same X, Y, and Z. So, again, second clip, Brent. And hopefully this second clip will make people understand why I have the views I have.
Is the richest country in Africa for whites, who, when you look at 7 million whites controlling 93% of the South African economy, their income per capita is over $56,000 every year. That's American level, US level. But the black South Africans, who constitute 54 million people in South Africa, have to share 7% of the economy. And when you look at that income per capita per person, it's $550 a year. That means black South Africans have a lower income per capita than any other African country. So they're the poorest Africans, so to speak. That's destabilized already.
You've said this before, and I remember it was one of the things we had to discuss, that you've said, and this is important for me as a black South African. Black South Africans pride themselves almost on having the best whites on the continent. We had whites that built Eskom and Sasol, and that's why we're better than you, and we beat our chests. But your argument is, sure, you guys live in Sandton, or we say you live in Sandton, but you actually in Alex. And now let's compare Alex to what you claim are poorer blacks in Nigeria, the Congo, Sudan, and they actually live better than you. Black people are not doing that like for like comparison.
Yeah.
We're boasting about, oh, look at Wits University. You never built Wits. And its greatness comes from the white Jewish business people. Boast about, they didn't even build Forte, but boast about an institution you've built. And you're basically saying black people in South Africa who are 80% only own 7% of the economy. And when you split it, it's $550 per black person. And white people, and I think in your tweet you also spoke about Indians, they control 93% of the economy.
Yeah.
And per person, that's about $56,000.
Yes.
We're living in two different worlds.
Two different worlds. And remember,
I thought I was gonna have a lot to say after that, but I don't think I do.
No, but I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Oh, our good brother from South Africa,
Yeah,
Shego.
yeah. He said that's a Zimbabwean man. What does that take away from what he's saying? I'm confused.
Yeah, he's basically saying that he don't know what's going on in South Africa.
Do you have to know, or do you have to just find numbers?
Well, according to the comments that were left last time you spoke about them,
As long as you
They
got
want
the
you to be
stats, the
resident.
stats are available.
They said that brother's seen as the bottom of the barrel.
So I'm saying, why? Because he's telling you something you don't want to hear.
is
I
it
don't
the?
know.
I mean,
It's
So wait,
it's just reinforcing the xenophobia for me. But
Why are we doing this? That's the question I have.
because
There we go.
man, I can't
Because
lie.
what?
Seek and you shall find.
You found it.
oh, well, I didn't find it.
It's too late.
Good morning, Eddie.
Good morning. How
South
you doing?
Eddie, you South African?
No, I'm actually not South African.
Okay, where you from, Eddie? Ethnicity.
I'm half white and half Hispanic.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Hispanic.
Okay.
So what do you think about the situation, the last video you just saw, the last clip?
Well, I think that racism, some people just don't get the depths of it, the reality of what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you, man.
Would you like to pay any compliments to the girls before you leave?
No, what? Don't make him force. Don't force compliments out of Eddie. He always compliments us.
Yeah.
So you don't put him on the spot. Now you have to compliment me because you did the most.
You look so lovely today.
Thank you so much.
I love your hair.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
your jumper. I love your green top.
I thought you were still on me. My bad.
I love your green top.
Thank you.
And your bun. And your extensions.
Do you know what? By the way, someone in the comments did say, "Ross, it's the first time Chrissy's not had straight hair."
Not a
It's
bob.
true.
On the show, yeah, but in
when
real life.
No, but I've never seen you.
I've never
even
seen
when
you,
I
yeah.
saw it, I thought,
Well, damn. Clutch my pearls.
literally
No, I've had it
nice,
before. Thank you.
Thanks, Eddie.
Tapping back into your roots.
My pleasure.
Have a great day, babes.
Thanks. You as well.
Thank you. What did you say?
Don't even indulge.
No, never mind. So wait, Ima, so why did you play this clip?
No, because I wanted to add a bit more color to what I was saying before.
Goodbye,
Why
Eddie.
did you post on your story?
No, I did that too.
Take care.
I needed the people here to understand that I wasn't just talking for the sake of talking. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to do
Yeah, but I've
callbacks.
told you though. They told you that they don't want you taking paracetamol for a headache they don't
Exactly.
have. They don't have a headache.
I care too much.
You need to stop. They're gonna cook you again.
Okay, Esther, you know the funny thing is, yeah, I saw this clip maybe a week ago, and I stopped.
No, you didn't.
And then this other clip,
Here we
Brent,
go, here we
play
are.
the third clip. This clip made me say, I can't.
Was another clip?
You need to see for
This is
yourself.
Julius's
You need to see
clip.
for
We need to
yourself.
revoke your access.
No.
We need
Okay.
to revoke your access to the doc. This is not what.
When you see this clip, then you understand why I said, no, I can't. I have to say something.
Okay.
What we're looking to create in the Western Cape is an ideological homeland for people who think like us, people who have broadly Western values, who want to live in the first world, and want to and I've often used the example, the Western Cape becomes almost like Israel for the Jews, if I can use that example. You don't have to go and live in Israel if you're Jewish to benefit from an Israeli state. You've got somebody who's your people, your ideological people, and and they're going to have your best interests at heart. And I think it's the one place where in South Africa, current South Africa, we can create hard power. We can have a police force, we can have a military, we can have borders, and actually be in a situation to influence in a really significant way at a national level the circumstances in South Africa as what currently is. Obviously, we want to break South Africa up, and I think that has huge benefit to people within the Afrikaans community who are vulnerable.
You are vulnerable, you know.
Yeah,
mad.
So what's your views on this quickly before we wrap up?
E-man.
You need to mind your business.
I can only reason with people want to reason with me, you know. That's literally it. I can't fight people who are gonna also fight me. That don't make no sense. It's counterproductive. If they love it, if they like it, I love it.
Do you know what this situation is giving me? You know, like when sometimes people from the West look at the Middle East and they look at the women and they just say, oh my God, women are so oppressed and da. But the women over there, not all of them obviously, but the women that are like fine with wearing, with like full hijab and like being married whenever they're like, those women are like, we're not oppressed, we're fine. And we're like, no, yes, you is oppressed. This is what this is giving me. They said they're okay.
No, but Esther, do you know the thing is? It's kind of like that, yes.
No, it's exactly like that. They said they're okay.
And they also said, I guess, I'm seeing things, right? But the white man now has said to you, in your country, we're going to apportion a part of it.
Yeah, but they're fine with that.
It's insane.
You're Nigerian. You're Nigerian and you're Ghanaian adjacent. Like
they don't want your view.
He's on the balance.
They don't want your
He
view.
picks and chooses. I need someone who
even I said it, even that the Julius clip. People in the comments were also even saying against him.
Yeah.
The fellow saying, why is this guy talking? So even himself, they don't even talk less of someone who's from Nigeria.
So imagine this here. The 50+ million South Africans out there that will now get, if this happens, will get removed from the Western Cape. So they'll get pushed into another region in South Africa. Eventually, if this continues, will those South Africans get pushed into another country outside of South Africa?
Tshego says...
The xenophobia will happen.
He says, you're showing ambitious extremists of AfriForum who want a Cape Sixth. You know what a Brexit? Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Lit. Which is wishful thinking. He's saying on ground, his boots is on the ground, and he's saying on ground.
This is wishful.
They ain't like, don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
That's what
I
he's saying.
pray that you're right. But 30 years ago, you had to
He
walk
says,
around.
he's got no question. Make me understand the aim, and if it's to liberate us, why are you not engaging with us instead of bringing some clips from here and there? Tshego, I'm asking the same question.
I'm trying to engage. I'm not trying to make people look down on South Africans, you know. I love South Africa.
You're trying to
I love all
antagonize.
black Africans.
He says there is context to everything, which is never presented, because the point is to create a picture for your agenda.
The agenda is to show you what's happening in your country that you don't see. Somebody has the audacity to come there and say to you, I want to take a part of it, to have power. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Why is this something to even deliberate?
Get out here! Mars is looking at you like, ooh, that's
you know what it's giving? Well, damn, if you can't go
Mars was like,
why would you fight at the wedding? You shouldn't be fighting at the wedding.
I can't lie, man. The fact that you're saying yes, you're black African and thingy, you need to come to the realization some black Africans don't like you.
No, it's a fact. It's a fact, though. It's a fact. No, it's true.
I'm just saying.
That'll do it.
I'm just saying.
Do you know, Brent, what's your thoughts on South Africa? We keep talking on your platform. Because you're the executive producer.
And then we can wrap up. Yeah.
Produce.
I think we need to even the concept of even Pan-Africanism. I think we need to because
tweak it, yeah.
The thing about this, how it started, I understand the South Africans, right?
Yeah.
Because they're saying, like, she doesn't have South African DNA.
Absolutely, and that makes sense.
This Nigerian girl, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't have it. And there have been contestants before who've been disqualified because they didn't meet that particular quota,
absolutely,
right?
yeah.
So it's just more of the same. Now, I could understand how people from outside of this particular pageant has now seen this. It's like, oh my goodness, there's a white woman who is basically
Miss South Africa, but then this black girl isn't there. But
but it's been
exactly
time ago,
yeah.
right? Now, I am remiss to not listen to the people who are actually living there, calling in and saying, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, you don't know what is fully going on here.
Hey, this is all about her not having that cultural DNA, right? It's not about what you want to take it to, right? That's a conversation for a different day. When this pageant is running, let's have that conversation, right? But for this, no. But obviously people like Emmanuel, who's Nigerian, because the girl was Nigerian. So when Nigerians say Nigeria, engage. They activate, right? And I'm sure some Nigerian rooms activated when they heard a Nigerian girl was...
Alright.
100%. And once y'all get activated, y'all can't deactivate. You can't.
Not y'all. I'm deactivated.
You tapped out. You tapped out.
When the South Africans...
That first day, you
No, that first day, but that's... Yeah, I activated. That first day when I was activated. And then when they called in, they were like, no, I was like, do you know what? And then they explained the whole, like the way they see, they don't see white and black like we do. They see South African or non-South African.
But remember,
that makes sense.
Remember, I even said that when I was giving the Tyler situation about how everyone was getting upset because she calls herself
coloured. Yeah.
Like, and I said we're talking from a place of privilege because we expect everyone to have the same understanding as us, but we're not.
But it's not.
It's not like
and
that.
coloured was a slur for us, like so they see things very different. And then I think even like I get where they're coming from, and I think I just get where they're coming from. They don't see it as the white people are coming over to take over a land. Because they see them as South Africans.
That's because the white people are not coming. They're there. They came.
Yes, they don't see that
they took 30 years ago.
Okay.
In our lifetime, whilst we were in school, whilst we was in school, Mark, listen. I want to paint a scene. Whilst we was in school, mind our business, there were black South Africans having to walk around in South Africa with an internal passport. You needed permission in your own country. Now, there's other people talking about, I got dreams to take the whole Western Cape. The conversation shouldn't be had. The audacity of people.
So you're gonna go.
You don't belong there.
So what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna go and fight in South Africa? Because I need to know what's the case. Because I say we're talking about big dreams.
But
what's tea?
I can't fight for the. You know, the ones is like.
Do you know what it is? It's fighting for people who don't want you to fight for them.
Yeah,
and I think, and that's my thing.
And they will tell you stay in your place.
Yeah.
So
and they have.
I will stay in my place.
I think that's.
Do you know we had like 300 comments on the YouTube telling this man to leave them alone.
Yeah. You know what it is? Sometimes, you don't save her.
She don't want to be saved.
Like, so,
they don't even think they need saving. They're good.
And that's not me saying that they need saving, but they've made it clear
that they're
like
good
your
love.
level of passion is more than theirs, and they're the ones. It's their country.
Some people were commenting saying he's Nigerian. How come he's not talking about what's happening in Nigeria?
Watch the damn show and see. When the Fulani people was coming through, I was talking about.
You don't really do topics a day of Nigeria. You don't do that.
All right,
you run this back 3 times. Wait, does he do that?
Do what?
Talk about topic of the day, Nigerian Tinubu and this and that.
Maybe because there ain't no threat of white people there. They're doing nonsense, talking about I want to take the whole of Lagos.
White people in Nigeria.
Taking the whole of Lagos.
Well, they're taking
Wait a minute.
Nah,
they're there.
Are there conversations talking about let's take Lagos and create a stronghold where white people can feel at home?
I think your algorithm at the moment is showing South Africa.
The Chinese are doing so. Let's be clear. Let's not act like they're not.
No, but
basically
it's different though.
How is it different?
Tshego said that you cannot know his country and his lived experience more than the South Africans that live there. He also says, I understand your frustration. Huh?
I think she's a woman.
Oh, sorry, babes. I understand your frustration, but believe me, we understand our plight, and the redress that you want will come, but not the way you want. You want war. You want to see tear gas and a bazooka. No. Is that it? Yeah, that's it.
I hear you. Like, and I guess this is what made me settle the other time as well. When I heard, at least, from somebody from South Africa talking about, cool, I understand what you're saying. We see it. We want the change too. But when I hear that 7 million people who are white people control 93% of the economy in South Africa, when I hear that South Africa is one of the best tourist destinations in Africa, yet the black South Africans are the poorest Africans, that is insane to me.
And what these are telling you to do is don't be disingenuous with your intentions, you know what I'm trying to say, and for like pumping your agendas and stuff, yeah, because they're there in the chat, they're calling up and they're basically telling you have direct access to these people that actually live there, that's going through it, lived experiences, and if you want to communicate what's going on, you can reach out to them and do it properly, something that's properly informative, rather than finding little clips here and there and coming and just pushing out your own opinions that you don't know nothing about because you don't live over there. That's fair. Because if you was trying to be really informative and let us really know what's going on in South Africa, reach out to these South Africans, get some proper sources and stuff, and present it properly, fairly. We're giving an opinion. We don't even go over there. When you been to South Africa?
I ain't never been. I presented a clip.
I don't like how Marks is putting your pant, man.
Marks.
What I said wrong?
I don't like how he's putting your pant, man. You know.
No, it's a conversation.
I'm speaking for the other side. That's fair.
Yeah, it's a conversation.
You want to say it one more time?
He's redressing you nicely, bro.
No, but the reality is this.
He's using baby words too.
The reality is this, right? I let the South African speak. I played the clip. He said it. He said South Africans seem to have this thing where it's like they have pride in the fact they have the best whites. That's insane to me.
The coloured boys, right?
The coloured boys, right?
Don't make me turn against you.
Oh man. But yeah, and anyway, I just wanted to throw it in there just to let people understand what's going on. But you're right. South Africans, reach out to me, man. You know what I'm saying? In the Discord, let's have a conversation. Instagram, let's have a conversation. Because I just feel a way when I see this sort of stuff happening. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. And obviously, to kind of answer you lot's question, it is very different to the rest of Africa because I don't see any...
They had the most black millionaires on the whole continent. Is that true?
Who? South Africa?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm just saying, do your research.
Are they feeding you?
Are you keep moving the goalposts though?
No, I'm just saying, are they feeding you? What are they doing for you?
No, this is great.
No, this is what we have to ask.
No, but you're saying but the clip you showed and the way you're moving is as if like all the black people there are poor, and it's telling you that they've got the most black millionaires in the continent. So you can't then say, yeah, but are they feeding you? But he's telling you that the wealth, the statistics that you're bringing, and you're saying that they're all damn bad.
Yeah,
they're not that. They can't be that damn bad if they've got the most millionaires or whatever in the continent.
No, they're saying the work is being done, and maybe you're just not a.
You're not boots on ground kind of guy. They're saying that you're just going on socials.
I do think though, yeah, if you need to go to South Africa. And actually, do you know what I mean? I think that would actually help with the conversation. Yes,
I've been a few times, isn't it? Shaking your bum bum. It's a beautiful, beautiful country, isn't it?
If I could move there tomorrow, I would, 100%.
So they're saying to do boots on ground.
All right, cool. You know what? Again,
because I think that would give you better perspective. Because it's like it's all well and good hearing about things, but
that's
also
you're
only
online.
Gonna be hearing things. You're only hearing selected things, and you're not actually speaking to the community, like the people. You've seen a clip, you've given an opinion, but everybody who's there on ground is telling you otherwise. So have a conversation with them.
Okay, you know what? I will put up my hands and say I'm wrong if the numbers in that clip are false.
Have you done based on those numbers? Have you then gone and done your research, or you just? So then, how do you know?
So that's what I'm saying to you. I'm not above a sorry. What I'm aware of though is there's a dynamic in South Africa. There's a dynamic in South Africa, and nobody's gonna sit here and act as though I'm seeing things because I ain't seeing nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's not there.
That's what South Africans will say. You ain't seen nothing.
All right, you know it's fine. It's fine.
I hope this is the last time we talk about South Africa in this manner.
I love South Africa. Trust me, I really do.
I know they love
this is why it gets to me like this. You know what I'm saying?
No,
but I hear it.
I hear it, but
but they don't.
When you say you hear it and this is how it gets to you, you black activists up in this room, what are you gonna do about it?
We have the conversation, innit?
And then what happens after the conversation?
I don't know what will come from the conversation. But at least
what kind of action plan is that?
No, because obviously I don't really know. But to me,
you don't really know. So why we had 4 topics of the day about South Africa?
No, but we have conversations about all sorts of things, right? And nobody then says, "Oh, let's just go out and do something." No, you're having a conversation to spread awareness. That's what it's about. You have a conversation People bring their different ideas. Cool. People who are listening, take something away from it.
But then it's counterproductive if you're having the conversation and the people that actually live there are in like that is their reality is telling you that the conversation you're having is false. Then that's why our lovely South African in the chat said this is your agenda. So you're finding videos to further your agenda because it just sounds as though like you just want to shame them for having white people taking over what you see as white people taking over their land. So I feel like if I was South African, I was listening to it. It doesn't sound like you're trying to have a productive conversation. It sounds like you're trying to say to us that we are losing our land and we're doing nothing. Like it's like you're basically insulting us. That's how I would take it.
I hear that, and I don't mean to insult any South Africans.
And I think
black South Africans at all. No black Africans at all.
I think it's coming across as like
you're antagonizing them.
No, like it's coming like the outsider talking like things ain't being done on the ground. You're talking and you ain't been here. You ain't said okay. Do you know actually what's going on? That things.
No, but that's the thing.
If there are things moving,
I know that there are things happening like here, there. Again, I look at what Julius Malema does as well and things like nature. But my thing is, I'm still just trying to shine a light on the disparity that some people are saying doesn't exist. To me, it does exist. And I just saw a South African talking with somebody else and presenting the numbers. That yes, you may have the most African millionaires, but the reality is the people, the black South Africans, a lot of them are suffering. Why? Because there's 7 million white South Africans, right? That are controlling 93% of the economy. Just talking numbers here. You know what I'm saying? And that is insane. And then, coupled with the fact you've got some people there with the audacity to talk about, you know what, we want to take the whole Western Cape. You know, like how they're doing in Israel? We want to do that here. So that white people have... This is insane to me. It's insane to me. I understand that it might be a fringe group. It's very unlikely it's something like that. But the audacity to even speak about it. And sometimes as Africans, we allow certain things that seem like fairy tales to just be gone. But then they seep in, and before you know it, they take over.
Is it just because there's white people involved? Because this is happening in Africa too. Like even in Nigeria, there's been conversations about the Fulani and stuff trying to take over.
And we spoke about that many times, haven't we?
Yeah, but
we have.
is not the same, man.
No. That's not fair stuff.
That's what the South Africans are telling you. The South Africans are telling you that's not fair. That's exactly what the South Africans are trying to tell you.
No, but we spoke about the Fulani herds people doing what they're doing.
I think the conversation is counterproductive if the people that you're speaking about, you're trying to, and you say are your brothers and you're trying to spread awareness for, feel like you're antagonizing them. I think it's very counterproductive.
I hear that.
Quick question for Mags. What are the Fulani doing?
Huh?
What are the Fulani doing in Nigeria?
You don't even know who you're talking about.
Trouble.
Trouble in there.
Trouble in there.
Do you know much about it compared to the South African issue?
No, because Eamon hasn't.
His point, basically. This is what he's saying.
It's been a while, man. But again,
I get his frustration because it's one of the ones. Is like, if the fellow black person is talking, but then when the white person's talking, you wanna. It's like,
and that's where it started from. And again, I have no. Let me not say I have no issue with you people calling them white South Africans your brothers and stuff. But the reality is, and I'm not lying here. This is just basic history. 30 years ago, when apartheid was there, they didn't call themselves South Africans like that. They called themselves Europeans. They said the bench over there, Europeans only. The toilets over there, this is 30 years ago. Now, they're my South African brothers and sisters. Come on, man, I'm not an idiot. I'm not plucking crap from the sky. Anyway, I'm not trying to be condescending. I love South African people. I love all black Africans. You know what I'm saying? So if it's coming across that way, pardon me.
I mean, BK says, "E-man, charity begins at home. Focus on Nigerian issues, and then you can lecture Africans."
Dance a yard before you dance abroad, brethren.
Cool.
Yeah, because every country will have that. Every country will have people that are doing what they're doing. Every country will have the
thing
people
is,
that are fighting on
I don't like
ground.
the undertone of that because I feel like
undertone of what?
I
He's
hear
right
what,
there.
no. I hear what he's saying, but at the same time, it's just like he wants us all to win. As Africa as a whole wants us black Africans. I mean, I'm not including white South Africans. Never. He wants us as a whole to win. So I get the vim, but I think obviously the vim is coming across a bit too like
Vimmy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're trying to thingy. I want I want this is the same with my BOE mentality. I want us all to win. I
it.
want better for us.
Yeah, but I
we
feel
don't
like-
need to. We don't need to be doing this.
But as a South African, though, if
But-
every time, if I've been tuning in and I haven't heard you talk about Nigeria one time and you're Nigerian,
Yeah.
but what I've heard you talk about the most is South Africa, I'm absolutely going to tell you to focus on Tinubu and his politics.
Okay.
100%.
I heard it.
Because that's why I asked whether it's because it's just white people involved, because the same thing is happening in Nigeria. Everyone knows about the whole China situation
Yeah.
that's happening rapidly in Nigeria.
We've mentioned it before.
So
I think we've even mentioned Lebanese in Ghana before. We spoke about the coups with Mali and Burkina Faso. We spoke about this stuff before. So my
Not the same random
South
countries
African people, my fellow South Africans, please, thank you firstly for tuning into the show. But stay and you hear us talk about other things too in other countries. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no hatred for no South Africans. Trust what I'm saying to you. I love South Africa. But anyway, let's wrap it up.
And South Africans, it's just Eman that's like that on this platform. Don't take your likes back on account of that. All right, let's get into more headlines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me go through the script.
There's not much word on road anyway.
All right, people. So Donald Trump ranted for 5 minutes straight after Tim Walz criticized the Republican nominee during his DNC speech. Walz accepted the vice presidential nomination on the third night of the DNC and gave a powerful speech in which he mentioned Trump's ties to Project 2025, claims that set off Trump into a lengthy, rage-filled ramble on Fox and Friends hours later. So one of the shows... One of the show's hosts asked Trump about the many different lies that Walz and Democrats were spreading at the convention in Chicago. The former president was asked to react to Walz's claims that Trump and his running mate J.D. Vance were tied to the Project 2025 playbook. Next headline, big trigger warning on this one, guys. A former professional footballer has been convicted of violently assaulting a 2-year-old girl, leaving her with life-changing injuries that require 24-hour care. Kiernan Hughes-Mason, who's 32, was found guilty of causing grievous bodily harm with intent and child cruelty after his ex-partner's daughter was found with serious injuries at an address in Essex in January of 2020. During the trial, the prosecution barrister said that one doctor compared the child's injuries to a high-speed road traffic accident or a fall from a substantial height of several stories. What is this? Hughes-Mason claimed that he heard a loud bang from the girl's bedroom and believed that she had fallen on a dollhouse, leaving her unconscious but unresponsive while in his care on the 31st of January 2020. Medics found 17 different injuries to her face, chest, back and legs, which are believed to have been sustained between October 2019 and January 2020. There's more to it, but it's terrible. Next headline, trigger warning, and the body of a British tech entrepreneur, Mike Lynch, has been recovered from the wreck of a yacht that sank off the coast of Sicily early on Monday, but searches are continuing for his missing daughter. 6 bodies have now been brought to shore after the sinking of the luxury yacht, which foundered during a freak storm off the fishing village of East Palermo. The one person who's still missing is his daughter, 18-year-old, called Hannah, and of the 22 passengers and crew on board, 15 people survived the sinking, including a 1-year-old child and Mr. Lynch's wife, Angel Bacares. And that's it for the headlines. Time to pay them bills.
Oh. Let's get to where the road is. I'm just something else. Sorry, guys. Big up my baker. She's making my mum's cake. Actually, so I was just messaging her.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, big up Mel. She made my little sister's birthday cake as well. Mel's cake. So basically, I did a thing where I ordered the dairy-free Biscoff, but into my family because I know how they get. If I'm like, oh, it's a vegan cake, then so when they all had it, and I was like, oh, is the cake nice? They're like, oh, it's so nice. I was like, yeah, dairy in that. They had nothing to say.
Do you want that on Tuesday instead?
What's happening on Tuesday?
We're celebrating your birthday.
We're celebrating your birthday.
Cakes.
What was supposed to do that today?
It should have been today, to be fair.
Basically, they messed up. The people them.
So basically,
people
what
them
happened
messed
was, you know, yesterday you came in and you told your boys, let's celebrate. Such and such. I was like, crap, right? I normally have an app that reminds me when it's somebody's birthday, right? But it reminds me on the eve of the birthday. So I normally have enough time just to remember to say happy birthday, right? But I didn't plug in. Set me a reminder 2 days before so I can order what I need to order so it can come today. You understand? Yeah. Okay. But God works in mysterious ways. You've just mentioned our babe Mel, and I know you love those Biscoffs.
I do.
That's what you're having on Tuesday. Come on, man.
You must say baby.
Stop. I was about to say. Stop it. Like, no.
Can't call a grown man baby.
Bread, man. Are you not hearing the
daggers? What's it saying?
The
daggers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just loud enough for you.
I think I've just tuned it out. I think after the first...
Guys, I'm right here.
Yeah. After the first 20.
So I'm getting everything.
After the first 20, I think I've actually just tuned it out. Also, I'm going to talk about Taylor Swift quickly. After, I'm going to talk about Love is Blind. If you haven't finished with Love is Blind and you don't want no spoilers, you might want to tune out. Or whatever, and when we come back, you can come back. Because, yeah. So, mute it. I don't want to hear story. Abby, this is for you. You specifically asked for this. So, girl, I do take what's it called? Suggestions, take requests. Well, it depends, actually. I don't want to open floodgates. But basically, this is actually quite sad. So, Taylor Swift has been on tour. Someone tweeted over there. People are so real on Twitter. Someone tweeted saying, for as many tours that Taylor Swift does, how does she still not know how to dance?
Yikes.
Fair. I told you that her legs are insured for like $1 million or something like that. Because apparently her legs are a selling point. Because she's tall. And she wears them little cat suits. The little bodysuit things. I'm talking about them gymnastics type clothes.
Oh, the leotard type.
Yeah, leotard, that's the word. But anyway, so basically, this is actually quite sad. So she was due to do a concert. I think we talked about it on here actually, but she released a statement about it now. But just a recap, she's been touring and she was due to have 3 shows in Vienna and then trigger warning terrorism. Is that trigger warning? Well, it's not.
Always.
Yeah. So basically, she was due to have 3 shows in Vienna and the authorities thankfully found out that these 3 people were planning a terrorist attack.
She ain't the same one from Manchester, is she?
No, that's Ariana Grande.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But imagine they're 17, 18 and 19, you know? And they were actually like, they were planning a terrorist attack in the Vienna region. And one of her shows, were going to be the focus of the plot. And one of them, the 19-year-old, they said he intended either today or tomorrow to kill himself and a large crowd of people. And they're saying that he had pledged allegiance to ISIS in recent weeks and he had become radicalized. But also they found like bomb chemicals and stuff in his house. They seized all of that stuff. Horrible, man. Very, very horrible scenes. So obviously the show's got cancelled and stuff like that. So she's just wrapped up the European leg tour, the European side of the leg of the tour. And she posted a statement yesterday. This is the first time she's spoken out since the whole Vienna situation. And she said, we have officially wrapped the European leg of the Eras tour. With it came the most passionate crowds I've ever played for, new traditions in the show, entirely new era added in. It was a more hectic pace than we'd done before. I'm so proud of my crew, fellow performers, for being able to physically perform that show and build a massive stage, take it apart and make magic with so few days in between for recovery and travel. They're the most impressive people I know and I'm lucky to have them. Having our Vienna shows cancelled was devastating. The reason for the cancellations filled me with a new sense of fear and a tremendous amount of guilt because so many people had planned on coming to those shows. But I was also so grateful to the authorities because thanks to them, we were grieving concerts and not lives. I was heartened by the love and unity I saw in the fans who banded together. I decided that all of my energy had to go towards helping to protect the nearly 500,000 people I had coming to see the shows in London. Yeah, so she talks about a bunch of other stuff. She said, in cases like this, obviously she hadn't spoken since the whole thing happened. So she said, in cases like this one, silence is actually showing restraint and waiting to express yourself at a time when it's right to. My priority was finishing our European tour safely, and it is with great relief that I can say we did that. And she picked up London and whatnot. That's scary. Because even with Ariana Grande, you could, like, when that happened with the Manchester attacks, it's still something that you can still tell haunts her. And like, yeah, man, it's very traumatic. Like, knowing those little people, like those little girls, those little kids passed away and the parents because of you, like because they came to see you. I don't know how you move on past that. It's very, very deep, man. But I'm so glad that the authorities saw that and were able to, sort that out. Love is Blind. So Love is Blind is a show where people. What song is that?
Love is truly naturally to elevate and find. Love is blind.
Wonderful. I don't know that song.
And it will take
What?
over your
I hate
mind.
when we make a scene.
When you
I hate when
think
you
it's
say there's
love,
a thing.
truly not. You need to. That song is so deep, you know.
Yeah,
Who sings
what?
it?
Eve and Faith Evans.
Oh, I don't know that.
I
love
remember
it.
you and I hate you. All I know is that my girlfriend used to date you. Wait.
Oh, I know a little sisterhood.
No.
That's
The
cute.
song, no, the song
It's
is
about domestic violence.
domestic violence. The song is
yeah.
awful.
Oh, is it?
It's so depressing. It's sad.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
such a
gonna
sad
skip that
song.
one.
Even the video.
What?
Yeah.
But the
Me,
song
yeah, me
is,
too. I'm not watching the video.
No,
I
but it's
need
such
to
a,
watch
like-
the video.
You need to see this shit.
You need to see
No,
this shit. It's
It's horrible.
crazy.
It's terrible.
It's sad.
that is
No.
why I don't believe love is blind. I was how old was I when that song came out? And I used to think,
Love ain't blind, honey.
girl,
But yeah, they're basically a show, and it's essentially a social experiment. And it's every time I say social experiment, I just laugh. People know. But anyways, social experiment, and they basically have people in pods, and you basically speak to each other through the walls. You get to meet like different people and whatever. And obviously, as time goes on, whoever it is that you gravitate towards and you feel like that's your person that you want to talk to more, you talk to them. Essentially, the point of the show, the ending of the show is whether you get married to this person or not. So you have the conversation in the pods, I think for like 1 week, 2 weeks, whatever it is, and then the person proposes to you. You don't see them, by the way. They propose to you. If you say yes, then cool. Then you're a couple now. And then when you said yes, then you basically see each other. And then after that, you then go on a 1 week holiday somewhere. That's obviously your first time of being together and whatever. After that, you then move into an apartment together and you live together for like, I think it's a week or 2 weeks, something like that. And then after that, you then decide, and then obviously in that period, you meet your family, your friends, whatever, but let them know that you're engaged and get married. And then after that is when you then go forth and, either get married to them or you don't get married to them, whatever, cool. If anyone's watched it and you have any interesting things to say, you are very free to quickly call in and let us know what your thoughts are. But anyway, so this one is the first UK one and it's being hosted by not Emma Watson. I do this every time. Emma Willis and her husband who was in a band. I don't know the man, but I don't know what his name is.
Oh he looks like he was in
He was in a band.
He was in a band.
He was in a band,
What
but
are they
that's gonna
called?
escape me now. Jeez.
Blue.
No,
Better
it
Blind.
wasn't Blue.
The script. Is he from the script?
No,
No,
the
it's
script. I
not
know
from
the
the
script.
script. No, that was
The man
he
who
was
came in
before
with-
their
I know the
time.
script.
It was before their time.
I love me some script.
I love the
God.
script.
Busted.
Busted.
I've been to
To
the
the
year
year
3000. No way.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So, love
Sorry.
throwback moment.
Oh, you see me? I'm a jukebox. I got range. Every genre.
Range, honey.
Every genre.
That was
Range.
a tune.
Lives here.
That was a tune.
So yes, it's hosted by them. So anyways, this year's one, the season's ended now, and we're waiting for the reunion. The reunion looks very, very juicy. So, what episode did you fall asleep on? Don't tell me it was one. Oh,
She's not part of
Can't
this
get the stuff.
conversation.
you just can't get the stuff. And then Ginny, you watched episode 5.
I think I'm up to 5. Like I said, you had me walking
I know, baby.
like a
I'm
walking
sorry.
man just to watch this
I'm
thing.
sorry. So who do you think coupled up? Who do you think said yes at the altar and who didn't say yes at the altar? First of all, you said, remember you were saying about Sam. Sam is definitely very weird.
All right, Sam, to me, from the beginning, like his first, everything about him screamed insecure,
Yeah.
and screamed desperation. It was actually
Absolutely.
making me sick.
Yeah.
Because I just thought, you keep talking about, you know when people say stuff like, if I've never met you, remember, I can't even see you, yeah? So I'm only going based off of your words. And for him, when he's like, people see me out or see me on social media and they assume that like, I'm like, I just get all the girls and I'm not here for a serious
he's not
time.
even
I
that
just
cute.
thought ick. Like,
It's
really?
an ick, and it's also, sorry, but it's not, the receipts ain't receipt. Nah,
And
man.
he kept getting emotional when people would tell him that it sounds like you're just telling me what I want to hear. And
Yeah.
it came from more than one person.
Yeah, because
Like,
he
kept-
was lying.
And that's my point. Like, so clearly, instead of him to like reevaluate,
Yeah, like,
and
what's
change
your
your
game plan?
strategy,
Exactly.
You're there crying, throwing yourself at the like, what more do you want me to say to you? I can't believe like what I just can't win. And I thought you're giving desperate, like can't, like I like you've been here before.
Yeah, he was embarrassing. He was,
And then
yeah, none of them.
I think the main thing for me was that he got a nose job. and remember what I said before? No, I said this before we were on air, and I said, for a man to
we're
get
not there at the time.
and you lot can drag me all you want after I said what I said. I think for him to get a nose job, and you even said that you saw the performance wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
Again, it just a lot of things were just to me screaming.
It
and
didn't
very
increase
insecure.
he's good looking. I would be honest.
I just think it was just screaming insecure.
Yeah, he's definitely very insecure. So basically, he was talking to some black woman, and her name is Nicole, but she
Is she the one that's been married before?
She's married before.
Right.
So it was between him and some other guy called Benaya, and they were so lovely.
The fake Jesus.
Yeah, fake Jesus. And
Do you know
she
the nomad?
hair's long,
Yeah.
yeah, he's homeless.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I don't think that's being spoken about. No, he's homeless.
You know when
he's not being spoken about.
You know
enough.
when he said,
he ain't got a house. He just moves
I'm
around.
homeless, and I basically house sit based on the job that I'm doing.
Bro,
I said, hey.
Okay. So basically she said yes to Sam, but then she called off with Sam straight away because she told Sam, I love you. He's talking about, I think I love you. What do you mean you think you love me after I said I love you? You're sick. You better love me. So anyway, she called off with Sam and ended up meeting Benaya at a coffee shop, and he basically said yes, they're together. Another guy I think was playing the game was Ollie. Ollie's some mixed race guy, but he leans when he talks and he just gives me the ick. Like, I hate guys, I think they're cool. I'm gonna throw up. It's a bit sick in my mouth. So he's with what's her name, Demi. They are also, she's very insecure, so there's that. But guys so I don't get how you can come on the show and then you're moving like, oh, you're not really sure what you want. You're not really. Why are you on the show then? So there was that. Another person there. Do you mean Freddie? Do you remember Freddie, the funeral director?
I liked him.
Oh, you gotta protect Freddie at all costs.
No, I liked him.
Oh, he's the sweetest guy.
Yeah, he was. Like, I actually really liked him. Do you know who my favourite couple was though? Yeah.
Who?
CrossFit gym owner. And
okay, so Gina.
Does it get worse?
No, they got married.
No, what's her name again, Steph?
Sabrina.
And
Sabrina
he's got
Steven.
S name. Right, because both their names were S.
Beautiful. I love them down.
Literally, like from their initial reaction, like I thought, yeah, this is given soulmate.
They were
vibes.
perfect, but Gina. So they basically released the trailer for the reunion yesterday. Do you know why they sat separately? As in they sat one person on this couch, one person that couch. So obviously people are speculating that if you guys break, I feel like they and Jasmine and Bobby, the East Asian girl.
She is gorgeous, by the way.
Her mum is a bitch though.
Oh, is it?
Oh, her mum can get any day.
And Bobby,
her mum's been married twice.
I know the Bobby. I know
Bobby's
the
one with the ears.
Yeah, I remember the mixed race.
Yeah, no, just
the cruise ship guy.
The ears is all you need to know.
The cruise ship, the one who's on the cruise ship.
I didn't even know what he did.
Yeah, he did, and he said, yeah, the mixed race one.
Yeah. So like her mum, so basically her mum's had like, so I think her mum's a single parent, so her mum's very protective of her, but it's like ridiculous. Like it's her mum the night before her wedding is telling her, I think it's a very stupid idea. I don't think you should do this. So the girl's up all night crying and whatnot. But basically, anyway, she ended up saying yes to him. People that got, I'm just going to go through this quickly, but people that got left at the altar, Tom and Maria. Do you know Tom and Maria?
No.
The Muslim girl.
Is she the one? Do you know what?
The makeup artist.
The one who said that she wants to be not a stay-at-home mum, but she's just like...
Yeah, she just found her an Arab man. Is that racist to say?
But what I found interesting, I don't think she said anything wrong, because she was just like...
I don't think so.
She said she was just like, when she has a baby, she wants to be at home and look after the kids, because she don't want to miss like their early years of like development and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And he kind of got an issue with that, and he was like, when he was like, yeah, well, I would like to stay at home and like...
Then stay at home, you get paternity leave, you mug.
And not miss those moments too. And I just
get paternity leave.
I thought, yeah, you're...
Basically, yeah, his problem is that, so he looks down on her because she's a makeup artist.
Oh,
so they had a whole conversation and he was like, oh, basically when I first found out about your job, I just felt like, he doesn't feel like she's ambitious, like it's not a career he respects. And she felt like he was being very judgmental. So their thing is the money situation. And she said how basically when they went on the first date out in the real world, it was like ice cream, but he let her pay for it. But she was saying how the way her culture is and stuff like that, the man like should take the lead.
She's traditional.
But he was saying how like for him it's not that big a deal. And this just really pissed me off because they were sounding
Where's she from?
She's Muslim and she's...
No, but as in her...
I'm not sure actually.
Okay.
She looks...
But he's white.
She looks a bit...
He's white.
She's got something in...
Okay.
Like, I don't know what her mix
I don't know what the mix is.
Okay.
But like her sisters were... his sisters were irritating because they were like... When she talked about the ice cream, she's like, oh yeah, I wouldn't have anything wrong with that. I was like, yeah, of course you wouldn't.
But that's cultural difference.
No one's buying you ice cream.
But that's cultural differences. Do you know what I mean?
That's why you don't think that. You've been paying for ice cream all your life.
Oh, is that why? Oh.
Because she was like, oh, I wouldn't see a problem with it. I said, why would you see a problem with it? Well, you've never said anything nice in your life. Why would you see a problem with it? So basically, anyways. What'd she say?
Stop it.
So basically, he said no to her at the altar.
He what?
He said, so basically her dad died, right? So her brother was one walking down the aisle. Just before the wedding, he sat with her mum and the mum was like, do you know what? Like, if this is what you guys want to do, I'm going to support you. Her mum is so sweet. And she'll just take care of Maria for me. Very sweet. She said, put your hand on your heart. He puts his hand on his stupid heart. She says, promise me that you take care of my daughter. He says, yes, I promise. Thank you so much for welcoming me to my mum. She even said, you can call me mum. Called her mum. Then got to the aisle. She said, yes. She said, I do. He's like...
That is embarrassing. That's so
he was like... Yes, basically.
Oh my gosh.
She was so sad. She was so sad.
Are they chopping each other by this point?
Oh, you know they are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that first
Morning,
night.
guys.
First night.
Because they lived together. They've been living together for like a month.
Yeah.
But are all of them like...
Nah.
I'm saying, are all of them working? Like, are some of them like not...
So some of them are having arguments, but they're still doing what they're doing. They're carrying on with the experiment because basically the I, or whether you say I do or I don't, is the big thing. That's what you break up. So they're carrying on with the relationship, knowing that they've got problems and whatever, and trying to iron it out and see if they can iron it out before they get out and see if they can take that leap of faith. Okay. Who you speaking to? Morning.
Morning, guys. Black Rob here.
You okay? Why is the voice on that?
Oh, I think
Is it the...
I have to go back in it.
Your voice a bit distorted.
Crime watch thing.
Did you cut it off? Okay.
I need to go soon.
Yeah, I need to finish this in 2 minutes.
Me too, it's my birthday.
No people should.
I said,
okay, that's fine.
that ain't no problem. This is my problem.
Are you after me, Fred?
Yeah, screw it. It's your birthday. We're not going to do anything.
Can you guys hear me now?
That's someone can
You work on your birthday. Morning, can you hear me? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Morning.
What's up?
Cool. Morning, guys. Black Rob. First of all, I think this season was probably one of the most wholesome seasons because I think half of them got married, and that's like I don't think it's been half before. Maybe only season one.
Wholesome.
Oh, okay.
I feel like there was more marriages than, or maybe equal.
Yeah,
actually, but it was productive.
I think. Yeah, I think the UK lot were more genuine than some of the ones in the States. I feel like the only Sam was the one that was looking for fame out of all of them, to be honest.
100%.
But with Maria, the one thing about Maria and Tom that I found is that while they have differing values, which is fair, I think Maria was trying to set him up a lot of times. Like she offered to pay for the ice cream, knowing that she didn't want to pay.
Oh, so like a test.
So
Be like, oh no.
I don't think you should test people when you don't know that they don't know they're being tested.
Yeah.
So she was testing
and I feel like she never. Yeah. And obviously, when you're dating people from different cultures, I feel like if you date someone that's outside your culture, I think it's your duty to kind of give them like if I was dating someone that's not Nigerian, I'd be like, okay, this is how you talk to my mom, this is how you do this. You give them some kind of like guidance. But I feel like she was just kind of being like, this is what I expect, do it. And I'm not going to tell you, you should just know to do it. And that's not how it works. So that's why he felt like he was treading on eggshells because he didn't know what she was expecting and if he was meeting up to those standards. And plus, I just don't think he wants that for himself. So I think he's more aligned with that Nicole girl.
Do you know, that's what I was gonna say. I think though that seeing Nicole. So basically, they had a little mingle party, and then you basically get to see the other people that you spoke to in the pods.
That's the first time that they see them, innit?
Yeah. So
and
there was a girl
in person, right? Yeah.
So there was another girl that he was actually connecting to before he went with Maria. I think I feel like we knew, and we might find out he's talking to that girl because I feel like when he saw that girl was when he thought, actually maybe not so much Maria. Because they were just kikiing and laughing the whole time.
But I think that it was shaky before, but I think once he saw it, that was it. And also, if you notice, he said to Nicole, "Oh, you didn't look how you expected it to look." So I think he thought she was going to be Butters. That's why he picked Maria.
Yeah,
because he Nicole better looking than Maria.
No, I think Maria
but she's better looking than how her voice sounds, maybe.
Yeah, Okay. But I think also as well, she's very fun. I don't know. I don't necessarily know if they would have worked out long term. Because I think with Tom, he's just one of those. He's a strict guy. So I feel like you have to be a woman that's like on that flow of you like a strict guy. But I think that because he was having problems with Maria at home, the grass looks green over there. And she was telling him stuff like she loves him and whatnot. Tell my fiance you love him.
Still into him, isn't it? Yeah. And then also, I want to talk about Freddie and Catherine. Like,
I love Freddie so much, you know. Someone said Freddie used to hook up with Molly May. They'd be perfect for each other because they both like stay at home.
Yeah, true, actually, yeah. But,
I feel bad for Freddie.
Do you know... I feel really bad for Freddie, and I feel like if I said I don't want to turn, she was borderline abusive. Like imagine a girl being annoying because a girl being annoyed because you're trying to bust joke and be happy.
Like she was the one. Who's the? Okay, sorry to cut you guys. Who did Catherine end up with?
Freddie.
Oh,
Freddie.
she's the one
Remember she
that
like
was
Ollie?
She's the one who's adopted, right?
Yes.
And she's like the gym
Yeah,
girl.
yeah, yeah.
that's,
Yeah,
like,
but
trains
I feel
twice
like
a
she
day.
needs to. So she's got abandoned, and this is the problem. I think
She's
this
got
is
abandonment
the
issues.
thing with love.
Yeah,
love is blind
definitely,
is
yeah.
that people's insecurities like shout,
Come
they
out,
scream.
yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like with Catherine,
Yeah.
she's had a sad life where she's been adopted or whatever.
Yeah.
So she needs to go. Like, I feel like she needs to deal with that first. So for her,
Yeah.
Freddie's saying, I feel like what she wants is that she wants her own family. She wants to be able to have her own. Like she just wants to recreate what she would have liked for herself. And I feel like she wasn't being realistic because I didn't understand how she could say yes when they're complete opposites. Like this guy's a homebody. He works hard. He's very chilled, like very, very sweet with his family and
the
whatever.
funeral guy, innit?
And she keeps talking about she likes going to Nobu. She likes bougie brunches. Like he's very loud and then he jokes around a lot. But like she makes him feel shit for joking around. Like so he would when they went shopping, he was like, "Oh, what about this?" And she was like, "Oh, you're winding me up, man." She's very, very snappy at him. So it's like, in what world were you trying to marry somebody that clearly irritates you?
Because she wanted Ollie.
Also, so he obviously is a funeral director. And I feel like it's like a family business.
Yeah.
He brought up a prenup to her. This bum
But it's
is
your
telling
family.
her friends. She and his silly little friends talking about, oh, they think it's a bit out of order that he wants to will stuff to his sister. I said, but you just met him through an experiment 2 weeks ago. Why on earth would he give you all the things that he's been working for years? Like,
I got a theory about the prenup. I got a theory about it. Because the day that they introduced her to his family, when you watch that episode again, if you see the sister's face, in that moment she's like, nah. But the sister was very diplomatic, so she didn't express her feelings. But I saw in her face, she's like, nah, it's not of my dead body. But she thought, let me. So I think the sister was the one that told him to do the prenup on the side because I feel like
Freddie
and the whole family seemed quite selfless. Yeah, he's very trusting, and
very
also
naive.
it's like. And I feel like her personality, I don't know if push comes to shove, she'd want to take care of the brother.
No, she wouldn't.
Oh, when she was talking about, his brother's got Down syndrome and she
wouldn't. She doesn't give me that energy.
Girls with a heart are like, oh, that's sweet. She was just like, oh, okay.
But you know what's interesting, right? I even sussed, you know when she got really upset when Ollie was like, oh, what kind of places do you go to, And she was talking about the places that but I only went for my birthday and I thought, you're lying. Like, she got defensive.
Right.
So that's what
because if it's not a big deal, you wouldn't. She got defensive when Ollie was like, oh, you're just trying to suss out what kind of girl you are and like where you like to hang out.
So she started doing that with Freddie as well. So that's one reason why Freddie said he said no, because he said that she was trying to downplay how much it is that she likes fancy things.
She likes lifestyle.
But he was, he was like,
babe.
we're not equal. Like he was like, I'm not saying I want to break up, but like I still want us to get to know each other. But he was like, I can't commit to you long term when I can tell that you are. But what I loved about him though was that when he said no to her at the altar, he was really, really upset. Spoke with his friends, spoke with his family. He went to her parents and just told them why he had said no. Apologized to them. He's like, I'm really sorry, but he was like, that's not how I wanted it. Then he went to her to talk about. So also at the altar, when he said no, he went to hug her. This is a don't. She said, don't hug me. I said, nah. And even her dad was like, I feel. Do you know what? It's like, I think that because she's adopted,
her parents are sweet as well.
I think her parents
are sweet.
Her. I think they spot her because you know when her dad was with her, she was like, she's like, oh, I shouldn't be left alone. She's giving me like very bratty vibes.
Yeah.
But when he brought up the prenup and her silly little friends are sitting there saying that they think it's a red flag that man wants to protect his assets, I was like, oh, you're not here for the right reasons. I think she just wants a family so much, and I think that she would have. I don't think she would have been great for him. I think she would have been very controlling of him, and it would have been like emotional manipulation, all that kind of crazy stuff. So I'm glad that
even the sister said that he's kind of quiet, innit? Said that you seem quite quiet and quiet, like he seems like he's become like a dulled down version of himself with her. So I was like,
it was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Who else was there? Oh, Nicole and Benaya. I feel like they're gonna last. She was gagging for it. That woman loves a marriage boy.
Nicole, do you know what it is? Nicole, sorry, I want to have a rant about Nicole. Nicole is like if I have a daughter and she ends up like Nicole, I'm gonna be so scared.
Because Nicole she's
so naive.
Nicole is so naive,
Oh, no,
I looked at her, I said, like, I always just gonna say yes. All that sin in the confession room, act like you don't know.
Yeah, she's always gonna say yes.
I said, girl, you're gagging for it. Stop it. She's very naive. And she's very like away with the fairies.
No discernment.
Like, life is no discernment. I feel like life is very like just sunshines and butterflies and rainbows.
Yeah,
she's not aware.
Because Jasmine told her about Sam. Jasmine told her about Sam.
Yeah.
Benaya told her about Sam before, and then she said, and she still said, and I think
went to Sam.
And everyone kept going on about Benaya being a bit too extra about like going after Sam. But I think the reason why Benaya was doing that is because like he feels like he needs to protect her because he knows that she's like gullible. So Sam can say any nonsense there, and then she'd be back in like her head will be spun again. So he needed to like dish out to Sam because she's not going to be able to want to defend against his like emotional manipulation. So I think that I get why Benai was doing that because I can't trust her to.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, you can't trust her. So he was trying to protect her because he knows that she's not. Yeah,
you can't trust her to walk the dog, mate. She might not come back with the dog.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know what it is as well?
Yeah.
I feel like I understand why she went for Sam though, because I feel like she wanted Benai to let her know that I can be committed to this. But how are you gonna come and love his man talking about you're not ready to commit? Boy, bye. So I feel like that's why she went with Sam because she didn't want to leave with nothing. But I like the fact that she broke it off and then came back to him and be like, listen, and put her cards on the table like, I really like you, and I was so glad when he proposed. Who else?
But
I
if
think
you go
Bobby
with
and
the
Jasmine
person that just gives you reassurance, then Bobby. I don't know. Bobby needs a backbone though, because you know when if Jasmine is able to actually set ground rules with her mum, which I don't know if she will, then because her mum will break that relationship if she's not careful. But
I think Jasmine is trying to. That I think Jasmine saying yes is the first step to her like living her life for herself. Because even when she said yes, she was like my mum's lived her own life. I don't want her making decisions for me anymore because I can tell that she's been under her mum's thumb, and I'm hoping that her relationship with Bobby is what she's gonna use to kind of get out. Her mum is irritating AF.
Yeah,
she's such a bad. Like, how are you gonna call her the night before the wedding talking about you don't? And he's such a nice guy as well.
Yeah,
and also big up the producers.
It's generational trauma, though.
Stupid.
Yeah, buddy, a bad answer.
What else? Who else was there? That was it, right?
Yeah, obviously there's Steve and thingy, but they're cool. Sabrina.
Yeah, but I think they're broken up. You know, because why this? Because they sat separately in the reunion.
He wants kids in it. Is that what it is? Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
that was the only thing that I thought that was going wrong. That was the only thing that I saw that there was issue. But apart from that,
oh yes,
I don't know.
Yeah, when you're dating someone and they come to tell you that they don't mind about the kids, child, it's a no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
I know, man. You can't brush down the cup.
Sabrina and
Steven.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying. So maybe that's why they're broken up. But they were so perfect.
You know what I found so interesting though, because that was such a big elephant in the room, right? But the way they got over it so quickly, just because she said, "Oh, I'm open to IVF and adoption," and he was like, "All right, cool, I'm sold." I thought, huh?
Nah, man.
I thought you're not taking this in properly. Like,
I think they were so happy.
She doesn't want kids.
Yeah,
like
she doesn't.
She doesn't. It's clear. And you. It's not like. It would be different if she doesn't mind having kids.
But he set his life up
but
where
she
it's just
doesn't
kids
want kids.
Yeah.
And you really want kids. You're on two completely opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, man.
Do you get what I mean?
Take it from me. If someone tells you she's not sure, she don't want to.
I think Ollie was relieved that said no for.
So Ollie, I felt like Ollie was gonna. I feel like Ollie was a Sam, but Ollie had more composure than Sam. Ollie is also definitely there for the fame. He's definitely acting up and just playing up to the cameras. But I didn't like. I think when it was so evident was when she said no, and he tried, and you could see the relief on his face. He couldn't hide it. Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, why?" Yeah. Just to act like he was sad.
Why? Yeah.
I was like, "Boy, bye." Like, you weren't even. And also, I felt like it was a red flag that we did not see any of Ollie's family or friends, nothing until. I don't even believe that's Ollie's dad. I'm gonna be real with you. I felt like a paid actor. Because why?
It was only that black guy. It was only that black guy that was there with him all the time. It was that black guy that was there.
And that black guy was from the pod. He met the guy on the show.
Yeah, from the pod. Yeah.
And that was his best friend. He brought to everything, to the stag, to this, to that. And he said his dad was basically his dad showed up just before he was about to get married. So I don't think them even met any of his family. And I like the fact that she grew balls. And I love the fact as well that she comes from a family where like she sees love. Like her parents are so loving.
Love, yeah.
So because she saw that example, she's grown up with that example of like a healthy marriage, that's what made her say no. And I rate that so much. I hope she says
but it looks like Nicole grew up with that as well, but she's still
Nicole is just
Nicole is it scares me. She scares me, bro. She scares me. Because how do you go through life like that? You're just gonna get bamboozled everywhere. You're gonna get. She's the type of person that will sign up for like a MLM.
No, for real. But then, do you know what it is? She's so lucky to actually have Benaya. Because if she was with Sam, Sam would have rubbished her.
Yeah, for
Sam would have rubbished her. She would never believe in love again. Yeah. So I'm glad she ended up. I feel like Benaya definitely wants to take care of her and protect her. But it will be interesting to see them in a few years how. With his nomadic lifestyle, where he just ups and leaves, like, is she gonna up? But then she's Nicole. She'll probably up and leave with him anyway. To be fair.
Nah, she'll be fine. Yeah, I don't know. Well, she'll be. But apparently, someone said in the chat that Benai's rich. He's just like one of them like rich kids.
You know, there's rich white kids that have trusts of millions, and then they come and say they want to be one with the earth, and they're fighting. Climate change.
So it might not actually be an issue then.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. But I feel like it was very nice. I really liked the first season. I feel like for the first season for the UK, it definitely did really well. Like, it was really good.
They will.
Yeah,
that was a good one. So
wonderful.
Yeah, reunion
Thanks,
Sunday.
Rob.
Right.
All right, let's get into Ask It. No, is this what would you do? Or do we ask
people's Joe?
No,
we haven't done that today.
All right, not all at once.
Nope, not today.
All right, is this what you do?
Yes, please. It's all right, baby.
She forced my hand.
Thanks, Gina. You're a real one.
Thank you, girl.
I messaged her randomly, you know, as well.
Literally,
I was like, hi, Gina.
But you know what? It was good because I was on the treadmill. It was if you left me to do it on a normal, I wouldn't have.
It was hard.
But I was forced to.
Because I was doing it on a normal, and girl.
But I got through I did over 2 hours.
You did,
literally.
Yeah. I literally told you 2 days ago. So that's good. Thanks, girl.
It's all right. Okay, so.
Why'd you pause?
Because I don't know what video they're talking about. But it says, I can't comment on the video. But
on the YouTube.
I can't comment on the video, but I wanted to add my 2 pence. What I think is there is covert internalized elitism in the UK. Oh, is this about the Stormzy thing? Wow, this is quick.
Quick turnover. Also, you can't comment because you're not subscribed to the channel.
There's a covert internalized elitism in the UK with ethnic groups, especially for black people. The less assimilated ones receive the more stress day to day by people in and without their own ethnic group. As a St. Lucian and Jamaican man growing up and even today, I observed that black people with distinct surnames, darker skin and sub-Saharan features are treated away in this country, especially by others and black people as well. It's sad. I think there's been a form of elitism where people who are lighter skinned or have European surnames or have toned down black features believe they are better than other people because they can assimilate to being a black person in Western society better than someone else. This type of behaviour, I believe, reinforces to a degree white supremacy because instead of us being together and looking at each other as brothers and sisters, we look at one like, I'm better than you because I fit in the white man's world better. Being a conscious man, I've made an effort to stop ignorant views around me being spread, as it does more bad than good. And even though it may not look as much, I believe prevention is better than cure. So reducing elitist mindsets as black people in the West leads to less micro reinforcements of white supremacy. I may be waffling, but hopefully you get my drift. I don't know what he's talking about.
Anybody who is looking to use that dilemma section to get their point across with something that we're talking about, this is my fault. I apologize.
Because you clearly didn't read.
This is my fault.
Because this is...
What did you do? Just copy and paste?
100%. 100%.
Because that's not a dilemma.
No, don't use that that box for wickedness, please. And it's my fault. I shouldn't be blaming you. It's my fault. Because y'all could do whatever you want. I'm the one who's putting it in front of people. So.
I thought you wanted to do that. I read it ahead enough. When I got to the end of it, I was like, oh, that's not a dilemma.
So what's it about then?
It's just them giving their
an opinion on something.
Okay, thank you, babes. We appreciate that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the show is finished, then you leave it as a comment on YouTube. That's probably what you're talking about.
But yeah, that's why I said he can't comment. Yeah.
All right, I'm not even going to say your name because you are actually somebody in the chat, but please don't do that again.
You might as well say the name. Say your name and shame people.
All right, last headlines.
Please. All right, so the second largest diamond ever found, a rough 2,492 carat stone, has been unearthed in Botswana at a mine owned by Canadian firm Lucara Diamond. It is the biggest find since the 3,106 carat Cullinan diamond found in South Africa in 1905, and cut into 9 separate stones, many of which are in the British Crown Jewels. The diamond was found at Karowe mine, about 500 kilometers north of Botswana's capital, Gaborone. Botswana's government said it was the largest diamond ever discovered in the South African states. In a statement, Nusara said the stone was one of the largest rough diamonds ever unearthed. We are ecstatic. Why wouldn't you be? were ecstatic about the recovery of this extraordinary 2,492 carat diamond. The firm did not give details of the stone's gem quality or its value. However, the UK-based Financial Times newspaper reported that people close to Lusara, whom it did not name, estimated that the stone could be worth upwards of $40 million. That's 30.6 million pounds. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. Shall I wait for you to put the sign up or you not?
Right.
It's just the one headline then. Trigger warning. Okay, thank you. The controversial internet influencer. Why you laugh at things like that?
Because yesterday Mark said beginning.
You should have. Oh, that would have given Ginny the ick.
Yeah.
Mark, say beginning quickly.
Beginning.
It's even worse. It's actually worse today.
Mark's can't give me the
sound like
ick.
that man.
Oh.
No, wait, let me land because it was not going to be positive.
What do you mean?
You can't give me the ick
Because you already did it.
because I don't like him like that anyway, so it's fine.
Oh, I get icks from people though. On his birthday weekend, no less. Crazy.
Please, how you celebrate your birthday? No, don't look at me because we have no plan. Sorry.
You don't get to your spot, no.
I was holding the cap on the right. We didn't know.
No, I don't know. We'll see. Play it by ear. Chilling.
A big 39. Love that for you.
Next year, I'll have a big party and invite all of you lot.
Come on.
Yeah,
Don't do it in all white though, please. I'm begging you, don't do it all white.
No, I'm not.
Thank you.
I wouldn't
All white
even
party
picture
give me the ick.
Mugs did all.
No, but you know, because it's 40th. It's
Yeah, people try to do a
I can't
theme.
believe you're going to be 40 next
40
year.
fine and all that crap.
Reduce it.
No, but you don't reduce it. But you don't reduce it. You're going to be 40 next year.
Yeah, I know. It's
How does it feel? Big man. Bigger
good.
man.
It's good. It's a milestone.
Biggest.
She called you an uncle. That's it.
It's literally...
Said the biggest of men.
This is the biggest of men, you know. Not gonna lie up, honey.
No, that one, Christy. I'm not Nigerian, but I know what that means.
Oh, my granddad. They told me I got my mum like onto me, telling me like I got
I have kids.
dress my age.
Oh, because you're just like a young...
Who do you want that?
No, they want you to wear what? Hard social.
And you wear your hat
I don't know
backwards.
what they want.
It's when you wear your cap backwards. That's what it is. It's giving Fresh Prince. I think that's what it is. You must have seen.
It's the trackies as well.
I think the trackies is fine though.
Do you know what I think
It's
it
when
is,
he
though?
wears it backwards. He looks like a school kid.
The reason why I don't think there's anything wrong with it is because of like your circle. I feel
Yeah.
like, you know, like we're all kind of blended. Do you get what I mean? Like,
So
us,
does
the
Uncle
Gen
when you wear
Zs,
suits.
I don't know. I don't get it.
That's true because
Like
your
button-ups every
circle,
day.
yeah.
Like everyone, I feel like everyone kind of dresses. We all kind of dress.
Because it's gym wear,
Like,
it's comfy wear.
There's no difference between like how actually no. My
Well, it's
sister
comfy
does
wear though.
remind me that I
It
am.
makes sense.
I'm saying you just want
I
to put
live
me
in a
down. They
trackie
want
anyway.
to
There's
put me
a
down before my
So
time.
what is your one you wearing there?
I don't
Silk
know.
shirt?
He ain't wearing tech fleece. No, I'm not gonna lie. If you did, that would be a problem.
That'd be ick.
Do you own a tech fleece?
What's tech fleece?
He knows what
The
that
Nike
is.
ones.
I got to
The
take.
one that the uni kids
I don't
wear.
wear it like that though. I don't really wear
Is
it.
it like that?
No, but you shouldn't own one, man.
You're trying to put me down before my time. I still got motion.
But what is she when you wearing there? That's what I'm interested
He
in.
said I've still got motion. You're so annoying.
I think she needs you to come on TDA. She needs to tune into your podcast and see you in suits.
I don't know what
If
she's
you ever came to
wear.
TDA
Polo
with a
necks
suit on,
and
I
thing.
would laugh.
Oh, ugh.
Polo necks.
Polo neck.
I can't imagine.
You're fine.
Just
can't
jeans
imagine.
and t-shirts. Maybe more jeans. Shall I wear more jeans?
Just not with, just not with,
wearing
just not
jeans
with
at
rips.
8 a.m.
Did you hear me? I was gonna say,
Yeah,
not,
you're a
just,
murderer if you wear jeans.
Wearing jeans at 8 a.m.
It's wild.
Like,
It's actually
yeah.
wild.
I can't be
Do
doing
you
that.
even wear jeans?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Okay.
But if I'm comfortable, I'm just.
I like comfy wear. I like stuff that's comfortable.
That's my style.
I don't think there's anything wrong with how you dress.
As long as you like it, baby.
I mean, I don't like it.
It's the baby. That's what it is.
Literally, you
Yeah.
ruined it.
You should have just said that. Thank you.
You literally ruined
Yeah,
it.
man. You just did too far.
I'm working it.
All right, speaking of too far then, Andrew Tate. The controversial internet influencer Andrew Tate has been placed under house arrest by a Romanian judge as prosecutors investigate new and serious allegations, including sex with a minor and trafficking underage persons. He and his brother Tristan appeared in court on Thursday afternoon. Tristan Tate was placed under special judicial control. Prosecutors had asked the judge to remand the brothers in custody for 30 days while they continued a new investigation involving a total of 35 alleged victims, including a woman who was 15 at the time. In a statement, Romania's Agency Against Organised Crime, DCOT, said 6 people had been detained in total, both Romanians and foreigners. Andrew Tate made a furious statement to the press outside, denouncing the case against him as a stitch-up and lies. This is a setup. It is absolutely disgusting. 30 of those girls say we have done nothing wrong. 2 are the mothers of our children. 2 have never even been here to Romania, he said. Asked repeatedly by the BBC about allegations of sex with a 15-year-old and trafficking underage persons, he walked away and refused to reply. Last headline for today, the Brazilian government have deployed almost 1,500 firefighters to the Amazon as the most severe drought in decades is turning the rainforest, usually moist vegetation, into kindling and flames. Despite a sharp decrease in deforestation since the president Lula da Silva took power in January 2023, there have been... How the hell is the president supposed to control drought? You don't ask too much from politicians sometimes. Sorry. Despite a sharp decrease in deforestation since the president Lula da Silva took power in January 2023, there have reportedly been 59,000 fires in the forest since the start of the year, the highest number since 2008, according to satellite data from the National Institute for Space Research. The unusually early fire season has engulfed the city of Porto Velho in smoke, prompting medical concerns about its 540,000 residents who were forced to breathe unhealthy air. My Yoruba was fine. Commentators say the usual flying rivers of moisture above the world's biggest rainforest have been replaced by smokes. There have already been devastating fires in another of Brazil's greatest biomes, the Pantanal wetlands, which were made at least 4 times more likely and 40% more intense by human-caused climate disruption, according to a study by international scientists. That's it for our headlines for today. Time to pay the bills. Is there reaction?
Well, yeah, there was a game yesterday. So
Okay, there's...
in it.
Brent's finger was like hovering. We're taking too long.
No, it's just quick. It's just quick because
it's your birthday.
Because it's my birthday. And yesterday...
One time for the birthday, bitch.
Hey, one time for the birthday, bitch. Fuck it up,
Don't start
fuck
fucking
it
up,
up,
you
it's
know?
the birthday, bitch.
I love us, man.
Love it.
Sorry? Dagger. Are you jealous because you're not involved?
Because you can't dagger to that.
You know what I mean? Go on.
I didn't get a dagger song. Give me a dagger song.
I'm done. I'm about to give one.
Yeah, exactly. I thought you got
5 cent, 10 cent, dagger. Bend over. Do you know that song?
Bend over.
Back way.
I'll find out.
5 cent, 10 cent, dagger. 5 cent, 10 cent, dagger. No? Dagger.
Do you do that, Bob? You don't do that?
Yes.
Brent, I gave you a song. You told me to give you one.
Thank you very much.
You didn't even twerk once.
Literally. You didn't do anything.
You did nothing.
Sorry about that.
He's waiting for us to shut up.
Oh, waste of lungs.
I know.
Chelsea played Servette yesterday
It's wonderful.
in the UEFA Conference League. Sad times. Sorry, Greek. But somebody's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it. They won 2-0 in the first leg. Once again, it's Conference League qualifying. They got to qualify. Didn't they qualify? They got to qualify to play in the Conference League. That is nasty work.
Well,
That is.
Well, to get there somehow. All right.
That is a sad story. And they're dissing Sterling. Would you take Sterling to Arsenal? Just quickly.
Yeah, I would.
I see someone linking him with Crystal Palace this morning. That would be class.
It would be.
I don't know how he would feel about it, but Sterling at Palace would be class. I'm sorry. Quality stuff. And he's in London. He's in South. It's not too... Where's he in now? South, west, whatever. Same thing. I reckon he should go Palace. Probably got more chance of winning Silverware and Palace than at Arsenal.
All right.
Just saying cups and that, innit? All right, cool. And our last bit of news. I've been seeing this stuff going around. Fuming Jermaine Jenas was asked to stop being interviewed after questioning over his BBC sacking. And actually, I can't even say that because I can't allegedly say it. What I heard. Jermaine Jenas halted a TalkSport interview after being questioned about being sacked by the BBC over inappropriate texts. An intense exchange involving the former Tottenham Hotspur midfielder was broadcast on TalkSport as he refused to answer questions put to him and demanded the recording be stopped. Although the... Hello?
From Ghana. I'll call you back. No, group call.
No, it's my phone's frozen now. Literally. And he's like, I can't hear her. She's not saying anything.
Oh.
Do you want to put the phone down? Hi, Avery. I'll call you back. Bye. Sorry.
That's all right. Although the interview isn't stopped straight away, Jenas refuses to answer any further questions and said, I can't talk about that. No. The 41-year-old One Show and Match of the Day presenter admitted he was fuming about being dropped before realising he was still live and demanding the recording be turned off. The TalkSport host said, can I just add, Jermaine, I can see that you're absolutely fuming, to which Jermaine responded, yeah. Jenas then asked, is this still on air? After this was confirmed to him, he said, turn it off. Earlier in the programme, Jenas said, right now, I can't talk about it. I can tell you I'm not happy. There are two sides to every story, and I'm going to be speaking with the lawyers on the issue. It followed allegations involving digital communications, such as texts, which were raised with the corporation a few weeks ago, the BBC reported. The BBC spokesman said, we can confirm that Jermaine Jenas is no longer part of our presenting lineup. That's sad as well, because now he's not only lost a job, he's going to get in trouble with his gal. I'm guessing.
What was he doing? Sorry.
They nicked him because they're saying something about text, inappropriate text.
If you're out here sending nudes to people unprovoked, you definitely deserve to be...
Alleged digital communications,
Yeah,
that's text
man.
with gal.
Anybody trying to see that?
Hmm?
No one trying to see that.
It might not have been unsolicited though. It might have been...
Solicited.
That's true.
But either way, the bigger picture is, now he's got to explain to his gal.
I think that's the worst thing.
About.
Yeah, I think that's the worst thing.
That's the worst thing about this whole situation.
Well, obviously jail. But yeah. See you later, girl. Yeah, that's awkward. That's an awkward conversation.
Well, hopefully bust case, man.
Let's go. Unlikely.
All right, let's wrap this bad boy up, man. All right, well, we got to the end of a great show.
Sure did.
We did. Some of the things we touched on this episode. Labour's rejecting the call to give under 30s a freedom of movement in the EU. Brexit, still reeling from it. There's an Alzheimer's drug out there, but NHS is saying don't use it. They're saying do not use it. Anybody who cares, there's going to be real disturbances over the weekend. I think they close only like 3 of the key train lines. They're going to close and they're going to open up on the bank holidays. We had a lovely topic of the day, talking about white supremacy. E-Man was pushing his South African agenda. I'm not sure if we've got to the bottom of that or not.
The bottom was that he ain't ever talking about them more.
He's done, yeah?
Done.
It's now a gate.
Yeah?
It's now a gate.
Yeah, it's now a gate.
SA gate. Are we doing SA gate or South Africa gate?
I think we're going to say South Africa
Yeah,
Gate.
South Africa Gate.
Because
Yeah,
SA
please.
Gate.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
SA means other
crazy.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. My bad, y'all. Yeah, South Africa Gate. I think this might be the worst gates of all, though. No gates has ever had like public, because some of the gates have been internal gates.
Yeah.
This gate
It was international.
went global. It went international.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Double, triple platinum. Like, yeah, man.
Yep, and Trump is still being unhinged as usual. Esther gave us a lovely rundown of Love is Blind.
I sure did.
In the words
Watch it.
on road. And that's about it, man. Weren't much sports stuff going on, but it was a great show. We had Christy in the building.
Thank you for having me.
BOE.
Always a pleasure.
Always.
She's tapping into her roots with the braids.
Okay. BOE. She said black over everything.
Her and Central C.
Yeah, he's Bantu, you know, it's gotta go.
Do not ever put me and Central C in the same sentence.
He's from Grenada, though.
Guyana.
Can you
Oh, my
imagine?
said Grenada.
Please.
My bad, y'all. Yeah.
That's it, though, man. News up.
All right. Don't forget, follow us on socials, The Day After TNB, Instagram, X, Discord, TikTok. Subscribe to the channel. like the video, share the videos, continue to support us. Obviously, we'll not be here on Monday because it's a bank holiday weekend. I'm going to be up singing to the Lord.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to see Cook Franklin. I can't wait to see his
I
little
want to
self
get
on
tickets
stage.
to that as well.
I'm looking forward to that.
Revolution.
Whoop, whoop. So, yeah.
Is he gonna do that one or is that?
I hope so, though. I doubt it, though.
I swear you don't ever take that one at the rotation.
I
Man.
feel
There
like
should
you
be space
shouldn't.
for that every show.
I feel like you shouldn't because we're always praying for revolutions. Are we not? So, do you know what I mean? Revivals. No, they're praying for revival. You know, revolution, my bad. Yeah, I don't think they play that. But I'm looking forward to it. But guys, have a great weekend. Stay safe. Mind your business. Drink some water. And we'll see you back here on Tuesday. Bye.
Ciao.